Flight Sports TV, man. That's my dude. I rolls with him.
You heard what the man said. It's Flight Sports TV.
Flight Sports TV, that's where it's at.
Flight Sports TV.
Shout out to everybody that's rocking with Flight Sports, man. I appreciate everybody, man. It's Flight Sports TV. You already know. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat early. I'm telling you, y'all not going unnoticed, man. I appreciate everybody's support. Listen, we already know what it is. We got mega breaking news all over the NBA. You know, the trade deadline ain't nothing but 48 hours away. So expect major moves all over the board. Hopefully your team is out here active tonight and tomorrow, because it's gonna be a busy few days. You understand? Busy couple of hours. I wouldn't be surprised if we hear another blockbuster after a blockbuster after a blockbuster. We got our first blockbuster today. We got two blockbusters. We're gonna get into the situation that happened out in Sacramento as well, and the situation with Indiana with Sabonis. That's a head scratcher. I like the point guard out of there that they traded, Halliburton. I think that dude has some promise. But hey, who knows what's gonna happen in Indianapolis? But nonetheless, man, we had a major blockbuster this morning that rocked the NBA world. The New Orleans Pelicans traded for CJ McCollum. They gave away a slew of first rounders, second rounders, a couple of goddamn players. You understand? But nonetheless, man, the Pelicans are doing their thing. Brandon Ingram is a beast, man. I'm expecting him to take his game up 67, 30 notches right now. They got a game tonight against the Houston Rockets. I'm expecting all-out annihilation. I'm telling you, Brandon Ingram has everything to be happy about right now because the team believes in him. The Brandon Ingram has been out there giving his blood, sweat, and tears to this organization that he really shouldn't have, you know. But nonetheless, he is. And what has happened now is they believe in him so much that they're about to put the pieces behind him, and that's all you could ask for from an organization is, can you put some goddamn pieces around me, especially from a young player. I want to tell y'all something right now. When you think about the top young guys in this league, when you talk about LaMelo, when you talk about Luka, when we talking about Trae Young, when we talking about we all know the Ja Morants of the world. Even if you want to throw Zion in there, you got to start including Brandon Ingram in this conversation as well, because you're not going to line up and tell me it's 10 to 15 players that's better than Brandon Ingram right about now. I just don't see it. Right now, what I will tell you is this: the New Orleans Pelicans are the 10th seed right now in the Western Conference. That right now they're 21 and 32. Listen, I expect this team to roll. A lot of people are thinking they're going to the 6th, 7th, or 8th seeds. I don't necessarily see that happening. But because the West is so stacked, for them to get to the 6th seed and beyond, I mean, now you're asking a whole lot from a team. You know, this is, at the end of the day, that you got to crawl before you walk. They just got CJ McCollum. Let them play with these pieces that they got at their disposal right now. Let's not throw on top extra expectations on this team. Brandon Ingram right now is cooking, averaging 22 points per game, shooting 44% from the field, 5 rebounds and 5 assists. I'm telling you, BI's points is just going up, and this percentage is ridiculous. We want to know about the guy they just traded for, in CJ McCollum. That, mind you, you got a lot of 20-point game scores on this roster if everybody is healthy. CJ McCollum at 20 points right now. averaging 4 rebounds and 4 assists, shooting 43% from the field. Do you see these percentages right here? You're talking about knockdown shooting. You understand that the New Orleans Pelicans have acquired and what they've obtained. You know, pairing him with a Brandon Ingram, and then we ain't even get to if whenever Zion pull that trigger and say, "Hey man, I'm medically cleared. I'm ready to get back to work." Do you know what they're sitting on with Zion Williamson, ladies and gentlemen? Zion Williamson is shooting 61% from the field. Obviously, that's a large part to all his shots and points coming around the basket. But nonetheless, the man is averaging 27 points per game, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. This is Zion Williamson, ladies and gentlemen. This is what these guys are waiting. This is why here at Flight Sports we get so frustrated, because you got this level of talent sitting on your damn bench, bullshitting around when he needs to take this game a lot more serious, especially when you got Brandon Ingram giving it his all like this. I want to tell you something right now. The Pelicans are on the 10th seed. The Lakers are the 9th seed in the Western Conference at 26 and 28. I'm going to tell you something right now. I'm very concerned. If I was a Laker fan, I think they about toast right about now. I can see the Lakers completely fuck around and just crumbling. You understand? That's what I see from the Los Angeles Lakers. So I wouldn't be surprised if the Pelicans could catch the Los Angeles Lakers. I think that's more realistic than trying to creep all the way to the 6th seed. I'm not sure where that's coming from or why Pelicans fans and a lot of people that I talk to are so confident in the Pelicans rising to that 6th seed. I just don't see it. But for the people that's just joining in right now, Brandon Ingram is averaging 22 points per game, shooting 44% from the field and 5 rebounds and 5 assists. That's major numbers from a young a young forward who plays point forward. You know, is basically a jack of all trades. Do you know that he put up about 33 points and 10 assists in his last outing against the Houston Rockets? Mind you, they got Houston again tonight after this trade, because I'm telling you, Brandon Ingram has to feel a little bit of rejuvenation right about now. You just been giving it your all, and the team actually put a piece around you to get you to the playoffs. They didn't go out there and say, "Hey, listen, let's figure it all out when we get there." They or even if we get there, who cares if we make it or not? They're not going by that. The Pelicans sent this dude some reinforcements with CJ McCollum, and he deserved it. That's something that I got to give credit to David Griffin. I haven't gave David Griffin credit ever since the man took the job. I'm here to pay homage to David Griffin today for the way he's damn near showing love to my man Brandon Ingram. Whatever the relationship he got with Zion Williamson, that's their business. I'm concerned with Brandon Ingram, ladies and gentlemen. Brandon Ingram right now is a beast. You understand? And I'm telling you, he won over the locker room with these guys, Troy Murphy, Jackson Hayes, Jose Alvarado, Jones, Valanciunas. I'm telling you, Brandon Ingram has took these dudes amongst under his wing, man, and they following his lead. You understand that they are galvanized by Brandon Ingram and everything that he's brought to the table to get this team from the cellars of the Western Conference to the glory stages right now that they're at right now at the 10th seed. To say the glory stages is crazy. But I'm telling you, they have a lot to be excited and happy about right about now, because nobody expected this team to be where they are. And that's the real telling situation here. Everybody looked at the Pelicans as a laughing stock, including myself. I didn't believe. I'm still with a slight grain of salt, but with the addition of CJ McCollum now, it's gonna give them an extra push. That's gonna take them to the level that I believe that they need to go to. That's what they are lacking, ladies and gentlemen. They needed another 20-point game scorer. They got him. I'm telling you, this guy, CJ McCollum, is a budding guy who could be a star, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know why people don't look at CJ McCollum as a star, all-star, but they need to. CJ McCollum is the real deal, y'all. You know, and to pair him with these level of talent, I'm telling you right now, he is going to blossom like never before seen before. Damian Lillard's star power was just too great up there in Portland. It's like a fucking dark cloud in a bad way. I mean, Damian Lillard damn near was casting a dark cloud over all of the guys able to blossom up in Portland because Dame was such a huge star. Nobody could really break out of their own shell. And I'm telling you, CJ McCollum was one of those guys that often overlooked, often criticized, just not really given the proper attention that he deserved when CJ is better than a lot of guys in this league today. You understand? But he could never really get shown that credit due to the fact of the situation that was going on in New Orleans, in Portland, when everybody's concerned about Dame. Is Dame time or no time? You understand? It's crazy. They could have easily snuck into the playoffs and did what New Orleans is doing right now, but obviously the front office up in Portland, they just don't have the intestinal fortitude that obviously David Griffin is exuding right now. David Griffin was on an attack this trade deadline, and I must applaud him. I want to applaud every front office right now that's out here making moves right now while every other team is sitting back doing nothing. You understand? I'm telling you, guys out right now are aggressive. Teams are making moves before your very eyes. Okay, back to CJ for 1 second. CJ McCollum is going to fully blossom up there in New Orleans, Louisiana, playing behind Brandon Ingram and Zion Williamson. It's going to be a different level of everything going on. People are upset right now that this guy is out here in Portland because they are out there in New Orleans because they wanted to see CJ in a whole nother situation, playing with way better talent on the championship equation. Some people wanted him out there and hold on. Shout out Fahara. How you doing, bro?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
I can't call it, man. We got breaking news in the NBA, man. Zion Williamson traded in a block. Pardon me, not Zion. I'm getting too excited. CJ McCollum paired with Zion Williamson in a blockbuster that shocked the NBA world this early morning, afternoon. What's your thoughts when you initially heard the news? Fahara, talk to us.
By me following it Blazer team for a while now and figuring out how unhappy Damian Lillard is at times, I was like, that's a sign they either bringing help to help Damian Lillard or they're about to lose him. That's the first thing I thought of. They either about to bring him a lot of help or they're about to lose him. So now this is a show right now. You know what I'm saying? Because they got like a lot of draft picks for him to go over there. The Pelicans got a real good deal right now, but in the next year or two, we're gonna have to see what those Portland Trailblazers are doing. Because they don't want Damian Lillard to go, but I know Damian Lillard wanted him to stay. So
right.
They're in that situation right now. Damian might be leaving. And I've been saying that for years because he hadn't been happy there. I talked to quite a few people, that's close to people in that organization. Damian hasn't been happy for years. He just don't want to be the super team jumper. He stands strong on it. He don't want to have to go to a team and just leave a team because they're not doing what they want and get with a super team. He want to win it on. He want to win it with his own people, doing his own thing. But it's getting to a point now that it's hard to act so much out of him. Like he's giving you everything he got, and so he's either going to be extremely happy though with the plans of the future, or he about to leave.
You absolutely right about that. I think the writing is on the wall for Damian Lillard. And it's kind of troubling to me, in my opinion, because I felt like they could have got a better deal. Maybe not now, but in the past for CJ McCollum, if this is the lane that you wanted to go down. I thought if in any world moving CJ, you getting another star in return. But these guys went down the other road and got young players and draft capital, so it starts to look, how did you address that to Dame? I mean, how you bring this to Dame? I mean, it's clearly a rebuild looking like it's brewing in Portland. What do you think? Do you think they're gonna build? Because the news is they're gonna build, or they're gonna use all of this to build around Dame, which doesn't make no sense. But it's crazy. But it's looking like they're building for the future. So how talk to me, man. I'm troubled by this situation.
But like on the business side, it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like on a fan basis, it don't make sense. You gotta think about they calories. I said calorie. They salary cap is for to be crazy, right? It's crazy right now.
You talking about for Portland?
Yeah, for Portland. Portland, they salary cap is crazy right now. They can do what they want to do in the offseason right now because they got rid of their big old bill, CJ McCollum. But for Brandon Ingram and Zion Williams, they hopefully come back full next year. For them, oh man, they got a squad. Like they're gonna do good at the end of the season. You know what I'm saying? Going into the pro season, if they make it. So they gonna have a squad, man. It's gonna be beautiful.
How soon we could hear a word on Zion Williamson? Don't you think that's next? That should be the next domino. Go ahead.
Yeah, Zion with Zion. I'm not even sure they got his body straight. But after they get his body straight, now they got to worry about getting his weight straight. You know what I'm saying? Like his physical body is the reason why. His knees and his ankles high. He been landing wrong since he got to the NBA. He been jumping high and landing wrong. So it's a lot of stuff wrong with him. You know what I'm saying? Well, what was wrong with him? But now, if you see him now, like he's way overweight. Like he look like a football player. So they got to get their stuff in order too. So I wouldn't even bring him this season, even if they make the playoffs. I wouldn't even bring him back. I'll wait till next season until they get everything together and he come out strong for the for the new season next year. That's how I see it.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard that before. They would sit Zion, even if they're on the cusp of making the playoffs, you would still sit him because I mean that is true. What do you prioritize in making the playoffs this season or his long-term health? I mean, that is something. I think it's up to Zion to pull that trigger, don't you think? I'm pretty sure the Pelicans are aggressive. I think Zion should make the ultimate decision, but it sounds like you want the Pelicans to step in to say, hey, wait a second, hold on.
Yeah, Zion ready to play now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I know
he a baller. But it's so much money invested. Just like if you watch wrestling, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, we watch it.
Okay, so you watch
wrestling too?
Oh yeah. I'm on all. I'm on everything.
Oh damn, that's crazy. We got something in common.
Okay, yes sir. So that means that like in wrestling, when you have somebody coming out of NXT. You know what I'm saying? Like NXT is where you put your. That's when you going in the hardest right there, and then they come to the main roster and they can't do the stuff they used to do no more because there's more money invested in them. Now you're a brand, so you can't do the backflips and all that kind of stuff. All the stuff you like when Seth Rollins came back when he went to WWE. When he was in NXT, he was killing it, jumping off.
They was doing more reckless stuff.
Yeah, but now you're a priority. You're a brand now. You bring in a lot of money. You get a lot of merchandise sales. You can't do a lot of this stuff. So that's the thing with Zion. It's like all this stuff you were doing in college, all that kind of stuff. They had to teach that man how to land after he jumped.
Yes, even I think they had to teach him how to dunk. Didn't you feel like Zion wasn't bringing the house down like he? I felt like they told him, "Yo, lay the ball up." Sometimes I seen Zion laying the ball up more than I've ever. I thought Zion was gonna tear the house down. I'm like, what's going on?
But Zion came into the NBA hurt.
You're right about that.
And that's the same thing with Zoe. Like we expected so much out of Zoe, but he came in hurt. You know what I'm saying? It's like nobody knew he was hurt until it really got to the gritty and he wasn't playing. It was like, okay, this what it is. Oh, okay. That's why he ain't doing what he was doing at UCLA. Because he can't, and that's the deal with Zion. And it's not the perfect story, but it's the reality. So I think the Blazers are going to be a totally different culture team, just like the Pelicans.
Right.
If the Pelicans keep what they got right now in the offseason and practice with McCollum, and I kind of hate they lost old boy, what's his name? He was in the trade. Hart.
Yeah, Josh Hart. Yeah, I liked him. Hart too.
Because Hart and McCollum would have worked good together, but they needed somebody that could at least get them 8 points a game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you talking about for Portland?
Yeah, for Portland.
Yeah, I think that was the centerpiece. Like they needed Josh Hart. There's gonna be almost obviously he's not the scorer that CJ is, but he do bring the defense that CJ lacked. I mean, it's a give or take, but CJ is still the overwhelming better player. Clearly the Blazers lost this trade tenfold. In my personal opinion. What's your thoughts on that?
I think they lost in the trade, but they won in the future.
Yeah, I think that's safe to say. They got a lot of picks. I didn't even count all the picks. Go ahead.
They get 7 players in all.
7 players, and I don't think all of them players they even give a damn about.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like all of them are not players now. Like the draft picks plus the players they traded, it was 7 in all. So they may be looking at somebody that's in high school right now, that's looking to go 1 year in and 1 year out of college, that they already getting some in for. So you never know.
Yeah, you're right about that. That's what I'm saying. That's what it's looking like. Who knows? So, like I said, I personally believe that Portland is going down to rebuild. I don't give a damn what the hell they say because it's starting. Or could they trade all of those picks and players and go get somebody for real? But who would that be? Is
They
that
got
a Bradley Beal?
They
I
got
mean, go ahead. What you think?
yeah, they got options. You got to think
They
about
do.
it. They got trade options and they got capital. So the Blazers gonna be something different the next 2 years. I just say that within the next 2 years they're gonna be a different team. I can see Damian Lillard looking at the Lakers like for sure. You know what I'm saying? Because they got to get rid of Russ. You know what I'm saying? So if the Lakers get rid of Russ, a perfect deal was to put Russ in a place that he can thrive. If they can't win a championship, at least they can make money.
Do you think that Dame knew about this move before they pulled the trigger?
They had to tell him. If they didn't, that wouldn't be like that. That's a horrible thing for an organization to do. They had to have this conversation with him. It is just like them trading Carmelo Anthony right now, not telling LeBron James. He the LeBron James of that company. You know what I'm saying, of that organization. Right. So if they didn't tell him, he leaving for sure. You know what I'm saying? This is homeboy. They've been working together for a long time. They mimic each other, you know. So if they didn't tell him, yeah, he leaving for sure.
Yeah, he definitely made it. That would be an idiotic decision on his part. But on their part, it's going to be interesting to see how it all shakes out with the Portland Trail Blazers. But what's your thoughts on Brandon Ingram? I'm not sure if you were able to evaluate his play of late, but BI is averaging 22 points per game, shooting 44% from the field, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. What's your thoughts on BI and his progression? This is his 6th season too as well. What's your thoughts on BI?
Man, BI is a beast. You know what I'm saying? He's a beast right now. When he was with the Lakers, I never really liked his game. You know what I'm saying? It's like he was so long. It's like he was flopping everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, yeah, I never liked it, but now it looked like when people left, like all the players that left Bron with the Lakers, they something now. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, when you got a shadow that now like when they was playing together before LeBron, he was still to me the team leader because Zoe was just hurt. Right. So I didn't like his game then. It's his first year with the Pelicans. I didn't like his game, but he was scoring. And then he just kept scoring. He kept scoring. And I remember he dunked on somebody. And he's like, after that dunk to this day, his whole game changed. I remember the game he dunked on somebody and he smiled and he did you know what I'm saying?
You're talking about BI, right?
Yeah, Brandon Ingram.
Yeah.
After that, man, I forgot what game it was, but after he dunked, man, he ain't never went back to old Brandon Ingram, man. And the thing is, like, he get to run the pace of the floor. So, and he playing point guard, he playing small forward, and so it's like bringing CJ in there and giving CJ the point. CJ gonna give him the assist, but CJ got to get on the defense though, especially playing with them.
You're absolutely right. Is my mic breaking up?
No, you good.
Okay, good. Okay, but yeah, you're right about that. Like I said, with CJ and BI, and like I said, whenever we get Zion back, I think that's a team that could scare the hell out of some of these teams at the top. You know, I don't see them knocking any of them off though. Definitely not. I don't see them beating Golden State, and I don't see them beating Phoenix. But if they could somehow sneak somewhere, which I don't believe, because I'm hearing people are discussing the Pelicans getting to the 6th seed. I done got the standards. I don't see that happening. I think more likely is for them to catch the Lakers as they continue to struggle and the Pelicans to rise, because the Lakers right now are 26 and 28, and it don't seem like it's going to be much sunshine any day over there because they continue to struggle. There's no consistency. We don't know what's going to happen. Do you think the Pelicans are destined for this play-in situation? If you could just say anything right now, do you think that this move with CJ guarantees them a play-in spot, or you still ain't ready to give them nothing?
Man, I want to answer that question, but I can't.
Yeah, it's too early.
Yeah, it's too early. Yeah, like they just gotta win. If they win, like say for instance, they win 5 in a row right now, the whole culture gonna change.
Oh yeah, 5 in a row.
You know what I'm saying? 4
That'll
in a row.
change everything.
They'll change everything. So the thing is, if they win, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's any team though. If they win, but this in particular team, if CJ McCollum come over there and give them that point guard that they really missing in Lonzo, man, like, and then CJ is a scorer as well.
Yes.
Lonzo not necessarily a scorer. Lonzo a facilitator. He make everybody on the team better. You know what I'm saying? So, but CJ a scorer. So Brandon Ingram, the only thing I hope that don't hurt is that cause McCollum gonna shoot it and Brandon gonna shoot it. Did they get on a level that they understand each other and they actually play good basketball together. If they can play good basketball together, the other role players will fall in place. I just hate that old boy gone, man. He would have did good over there with CJ McCollum.
Which one? Josh Hart?
Just Hart.
Yeah, like I said, I think Josh Hart fits in everywhere because he's just the perfect guy. He's a two-way player. He knocks down threes. He could defend guys. I mean, he definitely would have fit well. What's your thoughts on that Sabonis move? We're gonna continue on with the Pelicans as well. I want to get to David Griffin and his moves because this is one of his first winning moves he's made since he's took over the helm. But what's your thoughts on the situation that happened with Sabonis out there in Indianapolis? Are you familiar with that move? Have you heard the news?
Oh yeah. I seen it. I was actually gonna report it. I've been doing so much stuff today. I hadn't even reported it. But yeah, like me personally, that the culture of the team for the change. And the thing
which one? For what team? Indiana or
Indiana?
Okay.
Indiana. I mean, because I ain't gonna say that he was the star player. You know what I'm saying? A star player. I'm just saying that he was a part of that culture that they have right now. And it's gone. So we looking at 4 teams now. This building on a new culture, a new branding scheme to sell the company. So
right,
yeah. So when I seen the trade, I was like, oh, I like it. I like that trade. But I'm like, we for the start seeing a different game of basketball for the teams that go to the pro season, and then they're not even done yet. So we got 2 more days. So I ain't telling.
You're right. It's crazy because Indiana, their name's been in so much rumors with Miles Turner, with this player. It seemed like we didn't know what was going on. Sabonis, they did acquire Sabonis from Oklahoma City. I don't really know the direction that Indiana is going in. It seems like Carlisle was coming in. He kind of wanted to carve out his own niche, make his own roster here. He probably didn't like these pieces that's going on. He had the fits. But Sabonis, they did unload him. They got Halliburton. He was a lottery pick. I think he's got some promise. I know a lot of people in Sacramento are disgusted with that move. What about what does that say about De'Aaron Fox? Are they going all in with Fox? I know they did just draft Davion Mitchell as well. I like Davion Mitchell. I felt like they had a slew of guards anyway. I thought that my man Fox was on the way out the door. But do you think that Fox is safe now with this move or no?
Man, I put it like this. Anybody that's playing, I'm being honest, man. Anybody that you think that can be moved. This is the perfect time to do it. This is gonna be a good playoffs, man. And a lot of people judging their stuff between what they gonna do, between what the Lakers gonna do and what Brooklyn gonna do. So if the Lakers don't move and Brooklyn don't move, everybody just switching over almost like the same players. You know what I'm saying? Just put them in a different culture. That's how I see it.
Right.
Because I don't think the Lakers gonna move Russ because it's too much money. I don't think nobody gonna spend that money.
No.
The only way
they might catch somebody idiotic, but I mean, I don't know.
To me, the only way
nothing. They're gonna have to give up something to get rid of them. They probably gonna have to give up a first rounder. They're gonna have to put Talon Horton Tucker in the deal. It's gonna have to be something like that.
Yeah, and that's why I see Damian Lillard coming in.
Yeah,
You
because
know,
I think Dame could force it to the point where they buy out. Because I think Portland want to just move on. So let's say they did acquire Russ. They'll buy his ass out,
mhm.
or waive him, whatever. He could just sign with wherever you want. But I think Dame is the kind of player who he going to have that power to go to the front office like, yo, listen, I want to be moved. He done been the best Samaritan out of all of them. They're going
Yeah,
to send Dame to the place he want to go to. So I think
yeah,
that's going to be the only way they get him because the Lakers don't have the assets,
yeah,
So Dame's going to have to go there to say, hey, listen, man, I want to go to the Lakers. And hopefully Portland will do the deal with the Lakers. Because
yeah,
otherwise, the Lakers don't have no assets to acquire Damian Lillard. They don't. Well, I mean, I ain't going to say they don't have none, but not as attractive as other teams. Other teams can put together something better. But the Lakers' name continue to come up when we bringing up blockbusters. How's the Lakers' name keep coming up?
yeah. Because I'm telling you, it's so important. You know what I'm saying? Like the only way that I think they can get rid of Russ is Damian Lillard. But the thing is, what Philly and Brooklyn looking at doing, that can change everything. If they make this trade happen with James going to Philly and Ben Simmons going to the Nets, I think that's what a lot of the teams waiting on to see what's going to happen with that, man. Because if that happen right now, if it don't happen right now, it's probably going to happen in the offseason. But if it happen right now, you're going to start seeing some shakeups. You're going to start. It's going to be some
That could
people.
potentially change everything. That could potentially change everything. That's a major domino. So everybody keeps talking about that. What about Ben Simmons? It seems like he may not be moved. That's gonna be telling to see what they do with that situation.
Yeah, that's what they're working on. Like they're working on it right now. Ben Simmons and James Harden. That's what I'm talking about. Ben Simmons, look, if he don't,
Oh, okay.
if he don't go to New Jersey within the next 2 days, he probably gonna be there on the, you know what I'm saying, during the offseason. Cause James, he ready to go.
I ain't gonna lie, that'd be crazy if they pulled that. That means James Harden really wanted to leave. That means that Kyrie situation is more real than we think. I think the Nets is just playing games, in my opinion. I don't see how James Harden would want to leave Kevin Durant. Forget about Kyrie for 1 second. James Harden is there for Kevin Durant. I think Kyrie is just extra. He wanted to play with Kevin Durant again. He's got him. So I think that's really what it's about. But if he did go, I was shocked the hell out of me. If he went to Philly, I would be shocked. Because I would have never seen it coming. So I ain't gonna lie, I would be kind of crazed out by that because I feel like, why would you do that?
Listen, I'm telling you, man, for the stuff I heard, it's serious. Like he not like mad at it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't what he signed up for. You know what I'm saying? Like they had the rights, like the New York said that you can't play if you don't get the shot. They weren't looking for that. At the end of the season before, like all three of them was hurt at different times and stuff like that, so they really never got to play together. So James Harden didn't get what he signed up for. And Kevin Durant hurt. He over there by himself. You know what I'm saying? And he got a friend that can come over and play with him every once in a while. Like he tired of it. I mean, these players getting older. These players want to win championships. You got to look at what Embiid is doing over there by himself. Imagine if he had James Harden over there to help him out. Man, I can see why James Harden would want to leave. But because I said, like, KD hurt right now. He's not a help to him. So if he leaves this season, like within this break, this will be the perfect time for him to go.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I would be surprised. I mean, you go there and play with Doc Rivers. I think Doc Rivers is an upgrade over Steve Nash because I believe the players is doing everything there anyway. So like I said, it's not hard to coach that kind of talent when all of them are together. But at the end of the day, it's beneficial for the Brooklyn to bottom out at the end of the day because they don't have the goddamn. They won't have my man for the playoffs. He can't play any road games. So why in the world would he want to? Why would they want to have home court advantage in a game 7? They want to be on the road for that. So I think I understand that what's going on, but I also believe that some of this stuff is a work. You're a wrestling guy, right? I think some of this is a work. I think some of this is a work. Like, all of this shit they doing, this noise that they could. I think it's all the work. I think because they got to justify bottoming out. How the hell are you gonna justify going? You were the 6th seed. How's all this a coincidence? Let's just think for 1 second. Kyrie Irving can't play home games, and out of nowhere they went from the number 1 seed. Kyrie is they let him come back to play, and they just about to bottom completely out the goddamn standings. How even with James Harden and Kyrie alone, you got enough talent to still hover around decency. In my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, you 100% right. But I think the more technology changes and the more that we get to know players on Instagram and like we growing up and what I'm saying, like we didn't know the players outside of the TV. We didn't know the music artists outside of the TV. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you can kind of see these players, they say how they feel online. So you can almost see how certain things are going to turn out. Like boy, the quarterback of the Cardinals, I forget him, Murray, what he just did today. That man just unfollowed the Cardinals on all his social media and erased everything with him. So that lets us know that.
He did?
Yeah, he did that today. Well, yesterday. So now that lets you know that I don't want to be there no more.
Yeah.
And James Harden is showing that same kind of stuff. Like when players get to that point, they show that type of stuff. Like Damian Lillard, like he'll say because Damian Lillard is a businessman. Like he learned that guy. He's a street dude and then learn the business. He learned the game. So he ain't necessarily went out there and said, "Yo, I'm gonna act like I don't want to be here." No, he gonna get on TV and say, "No, I'm happy." You know what I'm saying? This is where I want to be. But he been unhappy for years. Like he was supposed to get traded last year. He wanted to get traded last year and the year before that. But he stuck around with the organization. They paying him good money. He loved the fans there. He loved the energy. But CJ McCollum, they had to let him go. Either they talked to him and they got something planned for sure, or they, like you said, if they didn't tell him, he's gone. If they didn't tell him, he's gone. And I want to say that, man, I got to get off here. I enjoy talking to you, man, and your fans, man. Big shouts out to everything you got going, Flight Sports. So make sure y'all
No problem for her.
Yeah, make sure y'all like and subscribe and hit the bell on all these brother stuff. Go over and follow him on Instagram as well. Make sure you go over there and follow him on Instagram, man. And I appreciate you allowing me on your panel, brother.
That's a fact. We appreciate you, Fahara.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, mate. Yeah, I hear you.
Shout out. Oh, my fault. Yeah, my sort of. All right, shout out for Horror Vision. We appreciate you for pulling up on us. Rico, what's the deal?
Yo, what up, Flight?
What's good? All right, Far. Yeah, man, we got breaking news in the NBA, Rico, man. We got a big time blockbuster that shook the hell out the NBA world this morning, late afternoon. What's your thoughts on this blockbuster?
Yo, like Josh Hart? That's all it took to get CJ McCollum. Come on, bro.
I'm telling you, they got robbed. I was telling people that they took pennies on the dollar for this one, man.
Hell yeah, they must really believe in huh? Like,
yeah, this was highway robbery at its finest.
Oh my god. I'm pretty sure they could have got Ben Simmons, bro. Like,
I'm trying to sit up here and make some sense of this shit. I can't find none. Especially for Portland. I don't see it.
You know what they did though? They opened like $60 million in cap space. I think they got like a $20 million
man, I'm tired of these teams talking
like
this shit. They ain't getting nobody. Who's coming?
That's the thing though. They got 60 mil. They probably gonna try their best, but yo, if they fuck up, it's out. He's out of there.
They're gonna trade for one of them all-stars. Like, look out for Bradley Beal. He talking about he want to trade, right? I think teams like that, players like that.
Yeah,
what you think? They got the fucking assets now. They got the players and the picks.
Bro, they was talking about free agency. That's what they was talking about, getting someone this summer.
Man, I don't believe none of that shit. I don't believe they're gonna get nobody in free agency.
That's what I'm saying.
Get caught up in that shit.
Yo, Damon, Dame is out by the deadline, bro. Like next year, he probably out before day one. If they strike out, it's over. Like that. Yo,
No,
this shit.
they're gonna definitely
Yo,
strike
this
out.
shit
Shout out to the
never
chat.
worked. Yo, Flight, this shit
CWE
never.
Ben Star says just because Portland have cap space don't mean they're gonna sign them in free agency. I mean, I believe I'm with
Exactly.
you. I hate when teams go out hunting, especially when you're not a major market. You understand?
Exactly.
You have no business putting all your eggs in free agency. I mean, seriously, are you
Oh my
crazy?
God.
It makes no sense. I just think they completely mishandling their organization, man. In my opinion. So this is
Like,
complete mismanagement.
and they just gave up Norman Powell too
Yo.
to the Clippers. Oh my God.
They did? Oh, that just
Yeah.
happened. That happened before, right?
Yeah.
And they gave hold on, time out. They gave up. Oh, I totally forgot about that.
Yo.
And Robert Covington. Don't forget about Covington.
Yup.
They gave up Covington. So they bottoming out.
Yeah,
They don't give a fuck.
exactly.
They don't care about shit. Shout out Sky. He said they also have trade assets. Shout out Sky too, and the New Orleans Pelicans, man. He been sitting up here
Yo,
telling
Scott,
us.
talk to the panel, bro.
Yeah,
We gotta talk.
Sky. This shit. He was here earlier cooking it up. But yeah, this your
Yo.
time, Scott, to chat with and politic with the people and poke your chest out. You understand about your team, because I definitely think that, like I said, Bi is holding it down. I was already liking what I see from Bi already, and now you're gonna pair him with CJ to where now because they was doubling and tripling Bi, but now
Yup.
you ain't gonna be able to do that shit even without Zion. And when Zion get back, they just gonna be even more of a dominant force. It's just in
Yo,
my
bro.
opinion, just domination, just. Like they got the perimeter players, and now they got this dude just feasting in the interior. Oh my goodness, this team got everything, and Valanciunas is no slouch. So I just want to talk on Valanciunas for a second.
You
He
want to
ain't no
talk about the
slouch.
timing, Flight?
What
He
happened?
just had a 12 assist game. He
Yeah.
just had 33 and 12. Then they added CJ, bro. This is
Yo, that's
perfect
what I'm
for them.
saying. Bi just had 33 and 12. Was it 12 or 10? I thought it was 10.
12. I
See?
think 12 assists.
I'm telling you, Bi right now is playing on another stratosphere. It's like he took his game up to another level. That's what's happened this season. He's improved, and that's why I'm letting people know when we discussing these top players, these young guys, this and the third, we cannot forget about the players like this. Can't forget about Brandon Ingram. Brandon Ingram is one of the best players, one of the better young players in this league too. I don't want nobody to ever get him lost in this shuffle here, because Brandon Ingram easily could get lost in the shuffle. Aside, what's the deal? We got breaking news in the NBA, man. It's Flight Sports. You already know what it is. Brandon Ingram. It's crazy. He got him a piece today. God damn it. Aside, you in the building? Well, he'll be back with us. We got a lot of breaking news in the NBA. Like I said, before we continue, I want to get to David Griffin because it's time for us to pay homage to David Griffin as well. Because David Griffin don't get nothing but a shit show from us. We got to show him some respect to this afternoon and this evening. But before we do that, bro, what's your thoughts on the situation with Indianapolis, Indiana, and Sacramento in that deal? Because we got breaking news over there too. We got Assad, he back too. Rico, what's your thoughts on that deal?
I was gonna say Sacramento right now. They also in that 10th seed playoff race.
I got to check the standings. I wasn't evaluating
Yeah,
Sac
they
Town
right
like that.
behind the Pelicans. So they just added Sabonis, so they trying to get better too.
Yeah, Sabonis. That's a major move. I don't like that they gave up Halliburton though. I thought they should have kept him. I like Halliburton. What's up, Assad?
What's good, y'all?
We
What's
got
good,
major
Rico?
breaking news. We got breaking news, baby. It's Flight Sports TV. Shout out to Assad. Shout out to the chat. It's going down. What's the deal, Assad? Or where we headed? We going back to New
Man,
Orleans? Let's talk about New
man.
Orleans 1 second. What's going on, man? You tell us the ramifications.
Oh man. Hey, New Orleans getting better, man. Like New Orleans not gonna be no slouch no more, man. With CJ joining them boys, man. Oh man, it's gonna be beautiful, man. It's gonna be beautiful, man.
Beautiful.
Oh man.
I think this is the beginning of something special that's brewing out there in New Orleans. I
For
don't know. Like I
sure.
said, a lot of people are not evaluating the situation in New Orleans, but Brandon Ingram has really galvanized the troops. He's got these young guys believing. fighting, scratching, and clawing, for everything right now. And just to bring in a CJ, and that's why I wanted to pay homage to David Griffin, because I'm telling you, expect Brandon Ingram tonight to play with a little extra rejuvenation, because this team is just so together right now. And to
Hey,
add
yo,
a
Flight.
CJ, what's up?
You know what's crazy?
What's up?
I was watching, I was surveying YouTube shit. I was looking at the comments. Someone really had the nerve to comment saying, "Yo, I'm surprised they didn't have to give up Devontae Graham." Like,
Well, I mean, yeah, that's probably for another move. They do
nah,
got a few. I mean, I
yo,
don't
bro,
know.
like they really paired up that backcourt. But the thing is, they gave up their one solid defender, in my opinion. They gave up Josh Hart, but
Well, I think
they
he was
gotta find
he
new
was the only
pieces
way it
now.
was gonna work. He was the only way this shit
Exactly,
was gonna work. This move would
exactly.
have never happened without him.
But I think they can make another move, maybe.
Well,
They
yeah,
probably preparing for the
well,
off
they gave
season.
up Nikhil too. So you got,
Yeah,
yeah, so Nikhil is gonna be their replacement. Nikhil is gonna be a player. He got to develop. You feel me? I think New Orleans is going in a different direction because Zion is becoming more disgruntled. So this time they
yeah,
gotta make them. They gotta move. They can't. Ain't no more developmental shit going on now. We gotta move you the hell out, and we gotta get some pieces. So I think that's what's going on right now. It's gonna be interesting to see how it all plays out. It looks like Portland, like I said, if they do go down the rebuild route, they got a ton of capital, to play with. It, Everybody need to stop tripping about a rebuild. And Portland, I think they trying to like shortchange the rebuild. Just go through the fucking rebuild. You'll be back in the 4 or 5 years from now, much better, much more improved. You understand? A rebuild is to restructure everything. The team was not built correctly. You was built around two undersized guards. You understand? And that was it. You gotta build a more well-rounded team this time around. That go build through the draft, pick up some free agent. Who knows? You got some players on this roster that could blossom. I like Anthony Simons. They got talent.
yeah,
Build around these dudes. Give these dudes the minutes. They're never gonna fully blossom. And another thing, I think that dude could be a CJ replacement. I'm not saying he's gonna be CJ and nothing like that, but dude can score Anthony Simons. So that's why it says, and we still have picks. Oh, Scott told me they got picks. The Pelicans. Y'all gonna
I
be
just
all
got
right.
a question.
Zion holding this shit in
Who's
the
their
palm of his
starting five
hands, man.
now?
What's up?
Who's their starting five?
I couldn't tell you from jump
Yeah, we
start
got to
right
see
now. I
that.
know I know a few
Yeah,
names. I know a few guys. I don't know if they're going with Herb Jones or not starting. But I know that they do have some injuries right now. I know Valanciunas is in there. You got Bi. I really don't know the whole entire starting five. I know Herb Jones is
yeah.
starting for him. Obviously they have made some moves. So we're gonna figure out tonight when they play the goddamn Houston Rockets what's their starting five. But
Hey, Flight.
CJ McCollum will be in that starting five once he get acclimated. What's up,
Oh, for
A-Side?
sure,
Yo, you know
for
what's
sure.
crazy?
What?
Scott saying that we still have picks. The
Yeah, he
Lakers
said.
suck right now, so our picks is actually pretty good for them. No lie.
Yeah, them picks ain't gonna be amount to shit.
Bro, we suck. We like the ninth seed. We the 10th seed right now. Them picks are pretty good. No lie. Yeah,
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. 6 or 76 is pretty much no nuts, not dealing hard. And that's gonna be the talk of the fucking town. That move, I think that's a joke. What y'all thinking on that Sixers situation with Harden? Do you think that's a joke? Because I think they just playing games. I don't think that they serious about moving him. What's your thoughts on that?
Wait, what now? Oh, I'm sorry. Can you
I
repeat
said,
that?
what's your thoughts on that on the goddamn Brooklyn Nets situation with the Philadelphia 76ers? We're hearing my man's name brought up a whole lot.
Yeah,
Ben
they've been.
Simmons. What's the
They got.
likelihood of a move like that happening?
They really don't. The league. You remember how they like vetoed the Chris Paul? They don't. They need to do the same thing for that, bro. For that exact. They
Right.
shouldn't allow the Nets to even have conversations with Philly about that, man. Because they'll just be unfair, bro. Like since Portland shoot. Man, Dame need to he just need to face it, man. Like I get he was trying to build it up from the ground, which I love that about Dame, but he got to go somewhere else, man. Like they in full rebuild mode now, so I think the best bet for him to go somewhere like a Philly and for them to trade him to trade him to Philly and try to package Ben Simmons in that deal or something or somewhere else. But Dane gotta go, man. He's not gonna win nothing there, bro. For sure. And what I wanted to talk to you about a flight, man. I did not expect Tyrese for them to trade Tyrese Halliburton, man.
Yeah, I
I
think
did
that was
not
a
expect
shock. That was a shocker. What's good,
that.
Unstoppable? Live from the rack.
What's good with you, man? How you
What's
feeling?
good? We got breaking news in the NBA, man. We had a blockbuster this morning with CJ McCollum. What's your thoughts? We not done. We're gonna go right back to the other side. What's your thoughts on that on this blockbuster, man? We got breaking news.
Oh man, I think it's good. I think they call the Pelicans, man. They about to make some noise soon, man. You know, you got CJ, you got Ingram, and you add Zion. You know, and then who the Blazers got again?
I got you right now.
Blazers
Let me
got
get the list. I know Nance. Pardon, not Nance. They got Josh Hart, Nikhil, some pick. I think they got Saturansky too. I'm gonna get everything down right now because I'm at the crib. I'm about to pull up my goddamn get everything. I know it's a bunch of picks. I'm got to get everything that was
I
put up.
well,
But I gave you the most important moves. You know, the money moves
right,
that
right,
happen.
right. So yeah, Pelicans about to make some noise, bro. Um, it's good for them, man. They better do some things to try to keep Zion Williams there, bro, and even Ingram. So it's good that they made this move against CJ, man. They got him a nice uh, shooter for that two guard, and you got Ingram. You know, I just feel like, man, they just need a true point guard, man. I don't think, I
Yes, I
don't
think
think,
I was gonna. That might be my situation tonight. What if Lonzo was playing with this right here? See, they didn't have this level of intensity when Lonzo was here. You know that
right,
it seemed like they was unhappy with the players they had. You know, when Lonzo was a Pelican, they never appreciated the pieces that was on the floor.
right. So it's like, man, you got CJ. Unless they put CJ at the point guard and let him run point, but still he's not a real point guard, you know. So it's like you got to get a true point guard to feed these folks. But you know, eyes is on the Pelicans now for sure. Got it done made
They
some
get
moves.
they shout out to Scott too. He's right. They gave Brandon Ingram a running mate too. CJ McCollum is going to be his running mate. Whether Zion come back or not, I think the Pelicans done secured their way into the play-in at the minimum. What you think?
I say it again, bro.
Hold on. I said that whether Zion Williamson returns or not, I think that they've secured their way in the play-in at the very least, at the bare
Right.
minimum.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna say this to Scott. I mean, you gotta worry about Zion, man, because shit, he the superstar, man. You know, shit, and Bi, shit, you talking about Bi, man. Y'all gotta keep Bi happy. You know. And I think the Pelicans should do everything in their power to keep Zion, bro. Let me ask you this, Scott. You could pull up, bro, or you just go ahead and keep typing in the chat. Would you rather have a big three with Zion Williams, Bi, and CJ McCollum, or you just rather have Bi and CJ, fam? If you ask me, I want the three.
Of
You
course.
know,
Come on, let's be real. You know you want the three.
what you over there playing Halo? No, you playing Mortal Kombat, ain't
Oh, y'all trashing now.
you? Yeah. So yeah, you want to keep those things too. I'm curious to see too. Was if the Nets gonna go ahead? Well, if 76 is going ahead and pull the trigger and accept that trade offer or whatnot, will Ben? You see, he just
What you
left,
think about
and
that aside? About that trade with Ben Simmons and for James Harden? Is that real or is they just playing games with the people?
I think they playing games,
Man,
bro.
flight, man. Flight, I'm scared, bro. They that's the last team I wanted to go to, man. Like
It's not
real
gonna
talk,
happen,
man.
dog. I'm telling you, it's not gonna
Like,
happen.
yeah, they better not do that, man. They better not do that, man.
It's not,
I'm
bro.
gonna
They,
be
they
in
want
here.
them to take. They want them to take Tobias Harris too, bro. I don't see that happening.
Jackson Hayes had
No,
the
bro,
ball in the sky.
You said
bro.
what?
They had like I heard an article like I seen it like on Woj or somebody that was saying like the Philly didn't have a problem packaging what's my guy name Harris if need be,
No,
but they may
no,
not
no.
do that
Oh,
with the
okay.
Nets, bro.
Well,
Yeah,
what I
they
seen was if whoever wants Ben Simmons, they gotta take somebody else. And I'm saying that the trade not
yeah,
gonna happen, bro. It's not gonna happen.
yeah,
They might as well say they're not trying to trade Ben Simmons. They doing that. Don't throw that out there and say you gotta take him with Ben, bro. Just say you ain't trying to trade Ben. You know, because nobody gonna
yeah.
take Ben. Then take Tobias Harris. That's two crazy ass contracts, man.
Nah, for real though. Yeah.
And
You
I
right
don't
about
see.
that now.
And I want to know, shoot, what the hell's going on
Going
to
on with
make
what?
with the Nets? What would make them want to trade James Harden?
That's what I'm
You know,
saying. It makes absolutely no sense.
something must be going on behind the scenes that we don't know about.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Or that this whole situation with Kyrie is realer than reported. Like
Shit,
they
I
really
try to
not
trade
cool with this.
Kyrie before James Harden.
Yeah, but Kyrie talking about he gonna retire. These teams ain't trying to deal with this dude. You know, Kyrie he a difficult cat. You know, hey, what do you trade for him? He announced his retirement. You ain't gonna box him in nowhere. So they're not gonna be able to just trade Kyrie to Sacramento. You feel me? Or send him to Dallas or some dumb shit, just anything. You know, he'll just retire. This is the kind of player he is. He'll retire, then come back and get to pick any team he wants. That's the kind of player he is. You ain't gonna put him in no bullshit and think you got him.
I mean,
People find a loophole and get out.
you know, I agree with him, man. Everybody giving, I ain't gonna say everybody. Some people giving Kyrie flat, but that's Kyrie body and Kyrie that's his body. That's not there. He's
Facts,
entitled
bro.
to put anything in his system that he wants to, and it should be. And they should back him
Exactly.
into a corner
Well said,
and
bro.
try to make him make right and try to make him seem like the bad guy. I mean, I meant to tell you about talk to you about this. Um, like I heard what Stephen A. Smith said was a BS that he hoped they make it to the I think he said to the finals so they can back him in the corner and say, what you gonna do? You gonna take the get that and compete for us to get a championship, or you ain't gonna do it and cost us a championship. You got to be a real piece of shit to say something like that, fam. Like it's crazy how they doing this guy.
You're right
So
about that.
crazy. So
Where does Brandon Ingram rank within the top young guys in the league? Where y'all think?
Brandon
Top
Ingram,
10 for sure.
We have to get the ranking.
I don't even
Yeah,
I can't even
I
answer
gotta
that.
look at.
Oh,
Yeah, I gotta look at that. You
But
talking
I
about like
think
the under 25?
somebody say
Under
he's
tw-
better than Zach LaVine. What you think about that unstoppable?
Oh
you said what?
Not
no.
yet.
Hold on. You said what guy? Who said that? I mean,
No,
Scott
Rico
like
said that. Rico said it.
Rico must be on his Nico trolling shit, but he ain't never better know Zach LaVine. How many times? How many times Bi made his All-Star game? Like once, right?
Yeah, he made the All Star team one time.
Right. What's his highest average?
I'm not sure, but I think he only averaging like 22 or 23 points right now. Zach is
Bro,
averaging more.
Rico, like, yo, come
I
on,
mean,
bro.
yeah,
Like,
but that's not to discredit none of the players. It's like
no,
I think
no,
that
no, no,
Zach
no. I'm
is
just talking
probably
about
it's tough. It's
like
tough to
Rico,
say.
bro. You watch basketball. Like
They're both great
every
young
every
players.
everybody know what was Zach LaVine's situation. Zach LaVine came to Chicago with a shit roster, fam. He never had a good roster. Like, what is we talking about, man? Y'all acting like this cat had a good enough roster, had a teammate they can get buckets with him. It was Zach LaVine versus the whole damn league, bro. Like, let's stop it, man. Like, can y'all name any of these players that was on Zach LaVine's team? I bet you probably could just name one. And can you name them without having to
Facts.
look them up? You know, can you name them without going to Google and seeing who they are? Like, so stop it, bro.
Who was on the
It's
Bulls in 2020 and 2019? Like, get the fuck out of here, man.
like right, man. The
Like,
roster was shit, man. And on top of that, the man damn near made it to the play-in, but he got hit with COVID. You know, and guess what? That's why they didn't make it because of Zach LaVine was gone. You know,
You're right about that, man. Shout out Torian Whitfield in the building. Let me know. Let me know
no,
who
that
won the spread.
actually super. That's not true. Cause one of the guys, what was his name?
Yo,
Or
your boy suck,
Paul
bro.
Jr.
It's alright.
What was wrong? What was wrong
You
with
got
him,
it.
bro?
Yo, it's
Couldn't stay.
okay, unstoppable. I know,
Hold on,
bro.
Rico. Hold on. I'm about to drop the galley right now. What was wrong? What was wrong with Otto Porter Jr.? Couldn't
Oh,
stay
damn.
healthy. What was wrong with Wendell Carter Jr.? Couldn't stay healthy. What was wrong with Thomas Anderson? Booty. Like, come on now. Stop it, man.
What happened in
Like,
Minnesota?
he was getting buckets in Minnesota. What are you
And
talking
y'all
about?
still sucked. That's the point. Y'all
Who
don't
is
win.
how is y'all? Like Timberwolves not my team. What are you talking
Y'all
about?
was winning like 30 games. Zach was winning like
Who
30
was
games.
y'all?
And he
Who
had Karl Anthony Towns. He was still winning 30 games, bro. Like, stop.
okay, what you talking? Bro, the West is deep. Like, stop it, bro. And not
Oh
only
my
that,
God, he's an over
people
glorified
was talking.
shot chucker.
Hey,
Like,
how was that? What are you talking about?
I'm telling you, before this year, before he got an MVP candidate, he was what?
What you mean he was what?
What was he? What was he? He was the best player on one of the worst teams in the NBA almost every year.
Okay, well, what's your point? Hold on. Don't it takes a
That's
team?
him. That's him, bro.
Doesn't
That's
it?
him.
Shout out KNT Radio.
Like,
Doesn't it
and
take a
Brandon Ingram
team
is
to be
younger too.
successful? Does it take a team to be successful?
So you telling me
Yes, that's a yes or no question, fam. Don't jump around
before
the
they got
question.
CJ
Yes or no?
McCollum,
Yes or
they had a
no?
great
Yes or
team.
no? Just
They
yes
had a
or
great
no,
team
bro.
before CJ McCollum, bro.
Does it take a team? Does it
No,
take a
no,
team
not
to be
always. One
successful?
person can will a
bro,
team
It
to a
you
don't
answer
take
bottom
a
the
seed.
team.
question, bro.
One person can will a team to a
Wow.
bottom seed. Yes, one person can, bro. They
Can you name a
they
person
can't get
that
the
done that?
first or third seed, no. But if you're trying to
Can you
get an
name a
eighth,
person that
yeah,
done
one
that?
person could do that. I've seen that happen before.
Who? Name the name of somebody that did it lately.
Huh?
Name a
Name
person that did that lately, bro. Just give me one.
Didn't Steph Curry just lead the Warriors to the playing game?
Bro, they had damn
Thank
near
you.
all their pieces
There you go.
except for Klay Thompson. They had their pieces except for Klay Thompson. What are you talking about?
Clay was injured. He didn't play. What are you talking about?
I said they had
I'm
their
talking about
pieces
the
except
year
for
that
Klay
John
Thompson,
knocked
but
them out.
they still had Green. What are you talking about, bro?
Oh my
They still
God,
had their
they still
pieces,
had
man. What are
Draymond.
you
Here we
saying?
go. He wasn't even good that year, and he admitted that, bro.
Okay, fam.
Shout out to the chat.
Okay.
Telling
So
you,
what
one
was your
person could
question,
will a
fam? About
team to
BI?
a playoff. To a
What was your
playoff.
question? Okay, and again, I
And
will
Brandon
repeat.
Ingram is doing it this year,
Hey,
bro.
yo, for Rico, that's in the back. They would have made the play in. Zach LaVine got hit with COVID. Again, for the people in the back, Chicago was going to make the play in. Why they didn't make it? Because Zach LaVine got put in COVID protocol. One more time for the people in the back. They would have made the play in. But Zach LaVine got put in COVID protocol. Like, what are we doing? Like, stop it, man. This dude improve every damn year, bro. Every year. This money is dedicated to get better, fam. It's proven in the numbers, fam. Now he got him a good team. Look what he's doing now. They top 3 seed, fam.
I
Just
hear a
like they need
lot
to
of
make some
excuses.
changes. They need to make some changes. We all know that. Everybody shit. Booker had to make some
He
changes.
said
What
you had a lot
happened?
of excuses.
I'm just
Oh
saying.
God,
Ain't no
this
excuses. It's
man is
facts.
leading
What excuse?
Devontae Graham to the playoffs, bro. Like, give him his credit. He better. Like,
What is an excuse, fam? It's facts. I would say that roster was still better than the old damn Bulls. Like, stop it, fam. Like, Cameron Payne, fucking Christian Felicio, Paul Zipster. Like, Paul Zipster not even in the league no more, bro. What you talking about? Like, stop it, bro. Half of the motherfuckers, I can't even remember. I got to Google the dudes myself. Like, man, had a shit roster, fam. I bet you can name more players that's on the Pelicans right now than the players that Zach LaVine had on the Chicago Bulls. That's damn facts. I know that for a fact. That's how shit that team was.
You talk like Brandon Ingram hasn't had bad teams too, bro.
What
They
bad
still
teams
won
he
more
had, fam?
games.
Who you talking about when he with the Pelicans? Are you talking about when he's with the Pelicans they won more games?
All his teams. Since he's a rookie, I'm pretty sure he's been winning more games, bro. That's crazy.
Bro, because he had a better team, fam. What are you
Oh my
talking about?
god, bro.
So he
Shout
did have
out
better.
KMT Radio.
So you gonna sit up there and lie right there and say Zach LaVine had a better team than Brandon Ingram? You gonna sit up there and tell lie for real? Because I want you to say I'm giving you the safety net. I prefer for you to say you ain't sure you got to check. So I'm asking you, are you sure about that?
Oh,
Right, exactly. Exactly.
hello. Silent like a motherfucker.
Look, so I know, fam. I know. B.I. always had a better squad. Come on, he had Zoe, he had Julius Randle, he had I believe Josh Hart. Um,
Clarkson,
yeah, Clarkson. Like,
Zubac,
come on,
Kuz,
fam.
Drew
Cool,
Holiday.
come on, yo. He always had a better team, fam. Like, stop it.
LeBron.
Right. Like, come on, fam. He always had a better
Drew
squad. Like
Holiday.
I said, Paul Zipser, bro. Paul Zipster,
Oh,
Cristiano Felicio. Like, stop it, bro.
Zion.
Right, Zion. Like, come on, Zion. Steve. I was like, come on, man. Fucking Jackson Hayes, bro. Like, come on, bro. He had JJ Barea. Like, he still can shoot. Old, but he still can shoot. Like, come on. Did he have blood up too? Like, come on, bro. Like, stop it.
I like Brandon Ingram's shot selection. Like I said, it's probably bits and pieces who you like better. I like Brandon Ingram. I like both. Zach is.
I think.
I don't want to take discredit none of them on the other. They both are great young players.
I like Bi too. I can call it, bro. I even said, I think Bi is gonna wind up being better than Ben Simmons. Me and my bro always had this conversation, man. Like, we gonna do this now. Hold on. Let's see. In fact, I took a picture of this. I had a feeling. I made sure I saved this picture. I had a feeling.
It's crazy. What you have to look for? Or so I think Zach LaVine, man, he's a great scorer, man. I think Zach is probably a little more further along, but I think Bi is right there. Bi right there. You feel me? That's all I'm gonna say. So if you want to say give the edge to my man Zach LaVine, is one thing, but Bi is right on his heels. It won't take much time. You feel me, for him to reclaim to get that spot. He says that would be crazy in my opinion. KD not helping Embiid. He hates Philly. I don't know. Aside, who you said you was taking between Bi and Zach? It's all good, y'all. I ain't got no dog in this race. It seems like it's something that everybody's trying to.
So no, you good, G. This is talks we need to have. You feel me?
Yeah.
I'll take Zach though.
I think Zach is maybe a little further along.
Yeah.
I like Brandon Ingram's shot selection.
I'll take Zach.
I like Brandon. Listen, I like
I don't
Brandon
think
Ingram
Bi is
better.
there yet. I mean, he
Let
has
me
the
just keep it. Let me
potential.
just keep it real. Let me just keep it. I like Brandon
Yeah,
Ingram
for
better
sure.
than Zach, but I believe Zach is further along in his development that Bi is, but Bi is right there. But I like Brandon Ingram. Like I like Carmelo Anthony. Like who you got Melo over? Who would you? I'm putting Melo. You feel me? It's just no. It ain't no crazy situation in it. Unstoppable. What the hell you done looked up?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, my bad. Yeah. So look, I'm
Oh,
just name some of the
Melo.
squad. Like, come
Yeah,
on, Ryan. Hey, yeah, Ryan. I always had a hard time pronouncing this dude's name. So
hey, for
Ryan
like every time you. Oh my
Ganago. I
bad.
think that's like, come on, bro. Uh, Marshawn Brooks, like, come on, fam. Christian Felicio, come on. Chandler Hudson, fam. He was supposed to be good, but he wound up not doing good at all. Like, come on, fam. Like Cameron Payne, I say only for DC had body parts out. He good. Like, come on, Samson. Who the fuck remember these dudes?
Yeah, them dudes are trash.
Like Wayne Sanders. Like, come on, Denzel Valentine. But Brandon Ingram had the better roster. Like, but Zach Levine had the better roster. Like, y'all tweaking.
Yeah, yeah. It's not even close.
Like, do I need to even go when he first got here? That was later on. Hold on, we can go further. They talking about look at him now. Say Otto Porter Jr. couldn't stay healthy worth for shit, but when he was playing, he was inconsistent. Wendell Carter couldn't stay healthy worth for shit. When he played, he was inconsistent. Chris Dunn, he was supposed to be our damn point guard, but the man whole game changed when his mom died. You know, never was the same again.
I think they're similar kind of players, but like I said, Bi is coming into his own right now. So it's good to have Bi in these conversations because I feel like he's often left out, and he's just on the same level as, if not, surpassing some of these guys that we talk about on a daily basis.
And not only that too, I think that I view that they kind of neck and neck. But I think if Zach didn't take that back seat, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. We wouldn't even have it.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I think Zach is better. Probably
Look,
right now a
look.
little further along than he is, but it's not a knock to my. Oh, what the hell he said? Oh, I thought something happened with Bradley Beal. I'm
Hey,
about to say, what the hell happened?
hey. No, he's talking about he got a deal. He got a chill out.
Oh
But
man.
look, check this out. Just to show you, I even forgot about these
Man,
cats.
hold on, man.
Listen to this. I, Isaiah Cannon, fam. Michael Porter Williams, fam. Like Jeremy Grant. Come on, R.J. Hunter. Anthony Matthew, fam. Come on, bro. And this was a year. Matter of fact, I don't even think
Yeah.
he was. No, he got traded that year. Like, come on, man. Like, stop it, man. No, come on. But Zach Levine had the better squad. Like, man, knock that shit off, bro. I would keep it funky if he did have a better squad. I'll be 100% real, but come on now.
I'm with you, man. It's crazy. The Pelicans playing inspired basketball. I'm just happy that they're even in these conversations again. Especially Brandon Ingram, because I thought he was about to get completely lost in the shuffle when all that shit was going on.
I mean, I don't think he is. My
Yeah.
thing was, it's just a matter of time before he requests the trade. That was my whole thing. Like I said, I was a fan of when he in college. I said the motherfucker was the next Kevin Durant. Shit,
Yeah. I
ain't
said I
looking that way,
said
but
that
I think the kid's still gonna
shit in
be
high
good.
school when he was playing in Keystone.
Yeah,
The bro was cold in high
right.
school, man.
So let's see this.
Well, what about the Bulls? Do
Like
you see
right,
any
Luke.
move? You see the Bulls making any trade deadline move? Who else can y'all both see making a move? Because the
I
deadline is
mean,
8 hours.
I said yes and no, and the reason why I'm 50% on both ends is because they know they need a big, so they might wait to the trade. They might wait to the buyout market to get a big. Or they might trade some other folks that they need to get off the team. And then my other reason why I say they might not do it is because they about to get their team back full strength in a couple of weeks, maybe like 2 weeks. Patrick Williams gonna be back. Alex Caruso should be back. Is what they saying. So they might say, "Yo, look, we gonna see what we could do for healthy, and if we don't, if we get knocked out the playoffs, or whatever, then during the off season, we'll make the necessary changes that we got to make." That's why I'm on the fence. Like I don't know. They can catch everybody out guard with like that Vucevic trade shit. Nobody's seen that happen.
Yeah, you're right about that. That was a big move.
Right.
So what about the Lakers? What about Westbrook? You see him being moved? I want. What you think?
Unless it's for
They
John
need to,
Wall,
yeah, they need to, yeah, they need to
or
pursue that
Damian
hard like
Lillard.
a motherfucker.
Right.
Yeah, they gotta pursue that
Remember, I
hard.
always
Man.
say, bro, I
Package
think they're
him.
gonna get Dame. So I want to see. No,
Who
go ahead,
won
bro.
that? Who won? And then I want to know who won that trade between Indiana and Sacramento. Who you think won that deal? Because one got Sabonis, but one got a decent group. They got Buddy Hield, Halliburton. I mean, damn, that's.
I think Indiana won that trade.
I think that trade is more better.
I gotta look at that again.
It's more even than the trade with the.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Assad? You said you want to know what was about that trade?
No, I ain't say nothing.
No, I thought Assad said that. Yeah, that was another blockbuster.
No, I was in that trade.
Shout out Jessica. I see Jessica in the bill. She said, "Let's go Pels." Yeah, the Pelicans definitely got something to celebrate. It's y'all day. Let me know. Do y'all think Westbrook will Westbrook be moved? We want to know your thoughts.
Hey, Mark. That is the crazy thing about it. He was a rookie of the year, but shit, he never was the same again after he got traded, man. We just got we got the bad version of that fool, man. Mark says Zach is better right now.
Hey, Flight.
Let's see.
Yo. What happened?
Yo, Flight, every time you be bringing up Melo, I be feeling the same way, man, when you be talking. I'm saying when you I'm saying when you brought up Melo like earlier, like a little early, like a couple minutes ago.
Yeah. Well, that's how you feel about Carmelo?
I was thinking like, man, like every time somebody brings slander to him, like he's great, man. Like
Melo,
like his mid game range, like he's one of the GOATs at that shit.
Oh man, I don't forget Joe.
Yeah, that dude was cold, man.
Yeah, Carmelo's plays in history. Can't nobody take that away from Melo.
Well, you said what now, Flight?
I said, can't nobody take that away from Melo. He's one of the greatest players in the history of the game of basketball. We got Murdoch in the building. Shout out Murdoch.
What's good, man? What's good, panel? How everybody doing?
Yo, what's up? Yo, Flight. I just want to add just a little bit more fuel to the fire right quick. I'm trying to look. I ain't forgot this man had D'Angelo Russell too, fam. Like, come on now. Lou Williams. It's done like
he trying to say he had a team.
Like, come on, Derek. It's like, come on, Tyson Chandler, bro. Like, what are you talking about, bro? That Zach had the better team, man. Like, come on.
You got a point,
man. Zach LaVine. Somebody said that Zach LaVine had a team before?
Yeah, Rico said BI is better, and BI. Then Zach LaVine had better team than BI. And he couldn't make it to the playoffs. The BI got a shit team and about to take his team to the playoffs. He said he at least make the play in. I told him, go ahead.
What other player has Zach LaVine played with that has been an all-star? Because during the stretch where he played for the Wolves, Karl Anthony Towns nor basically Wiggins was an all-star. And he only played for the Wolves for how long? Like 2-3 years?
Maybe 2 or 3 years. Yeah.
Yeah, and then he got traded to the Bulls, and I think after that, that's when Karl Anthony Towns made it to an All-Star team. And when Levine was on the Bulls, he never played with anybody.
Right. The team was trash.
Who did he play with? Who did he play with on the Bulls? He played with players that's now in the G League, and as well as playing overseas because they can't hack it in the NBA. Zach Levine has not ever played on a competent team.
Right. And some of them not
So
even in the
Brandon
NBA
Ingram, like everybody's getting on Brandon Ingram, and Brandon Ingram had the opportunity to play with LeBron James. Like, let's cut the slack here. Brandon Ingram has played with players before. He's on a team with Zion Williamson, who's a young phenom in the NBA right now. Like, no, Brandon Ingram has played with players.
You're right.
Granted, basically, some of them were hurt, but the simple fact is that Zach Levine has not played with anybody. Like is the players that's in like be for real now? Like, is the players that he was playing with in the beginning of the season last year? You know, are they even still in the NBA right now? I mean, you got Satoransky that just got traded again. Like, where are the other players?
Yo, it's crazy.
Like all these players on his team last year, some of them are like literally out of the NBA right now.
Facts. You're right about
that. Zach Levine has not played with anybody. Then you got a player last year that was putting up close to 30 points, shooting 50% from the field and shooting over 40% from the three-point line, shooting 50% from the corners off catch and shoot, and shooting 87% from the free throw line. He was almost in the 50-40-90 club last season on a horrible team. Like, I don't get who Zach Levine's played with. Like, we can literally look up the roster for the Bulls. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna look up the roster for the Bulls.
I did that.
You did that. Listen, like, who has he played with? Like seriously, who has he? Like, seriously, who has he played with? Brandon Ingram is not better than Zach Levine right now. He's not.
Denzel Valentine.
As I said, Denzel.
Denzel. We know how bad that turned out. We thought Denzel was going to be that dude coming out of summer league, and look what happened.
You did, bro. I was happy as hell when they drafted that man. I really wanted him. Dude. I'm like, damn, like, the hell going on with bro?
Man, he was good. I don't know what happened. He was good coming out of Michigan State.
Maybe it's bad coaching, man. They you know what? I would say this.
Denzel Valentine is trash.
He is, but he wasn't trash coming out of college, though. Denzel Valentine was that dude coming out of Michigan State.
They was comparing him to Draymond, bro.
Yeah, like he was that dude coming out of Michigan State. I ain't gonna slide against that. He was an All-American for a reason coming out of Michigan State. But when he got to the NBA, he fell off. But that's the thing is, though, he did. I'm not gonna say in lines that he played for at the time one of the worst organizations, which was the Bulls. I hate to say it. But the Bulls at that time with Garpax, also with what's his name? The dude, him, the coach. They were terrible, man. He didn't know how to coach. He was trying to run a college scheme, and on top of this, he was putting players in the wrong position. Like, for example, he was having Otto Porter Jr. Bring the ball up the court to be a decision maker. That's not his job. His job is to be 3-and-D specialist. That's his role. Yeah. You don't put players out of position. That's why when Benny Donovan got there, they actually started winning some games because Buck Donovan is a better at basically schematically and knowing the fundamentals of his players. He's great at figuring out what he has and how to work with that. And he showed proof of that of what he did with OKC his last year there. When he took a team that wasn't supposed to be in the playoffs with Chris Paul and took them to the playoffs. Like, that shows you the level of how Billy Donovan can work with less. He showed you that. It's good, Rafe, but he showed you that. Ray? Regardless of what anybody says, Billy Donovan has made some mistakes this season with Lonzo and certain things are going on. but Billy Donovan is still a good coach with what he did with OKC. He's worked with less talent. That team was not supposed to make the playoffs in the West that year.
No.
But Billy Donovan is a far better coach than Jim Boylan, whatever his name is. Don't even want to speak about it. I get nightmares talking about him.
Right.
But the thing is, though, is Zach LaVine has not ever played with nobody. Brandon Ingram has.
He all the teams Brandon Ingram played on was better than Zach LaVine.
Literally. Lonzo currently is better than all the guards on their roster, on the Pelican roster right now. All of them, except CJ Halliburton right now.
And they traded Nikhil. That everybody.
You mean CJ McCollum?
Yeah, CJ McCollum. Yeah, he's not better than CJ McCollum.
No, that's right. You said everything right before you said that.
I don't think he's better than CJ McCollum right now.
Well,
not right now.
You said I'm not gonna argue that. You was right. But he's better than everybody on the Pelicans.
But I think he's better than everybody else on that. Everybody else on that team. Besides, especially guard wise, he's better than every other guard in that team.
Yeah.
And no one else can tell me any different.
I had to break this down to you, but how do we know how well CJ McCollum is going to perform on the Pelicans?
It could be
because when you get traded,
disaster, Ray.
Listen to me. When you get traded, it could go really, really good. When you get traded, it could go very well. It can be smooth. When you get traded, it could go very, very bad. You could demand a trade. You could say, "I don't want to be in this bitch." You get what I'm saying?
I mean, okay? But the thing is, like Ray, I get that point, Ray, but we'll see that when that happens. Right now, we're just going based off of projections. We technically don't know. I'm just I'm going based.
All the guards there.
No, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about before CJ McCollum got there. So that's what I'm talking about. Because if you're going based off of CJ McCollum currently, I don't think personally Lonzo Ball is better than him right now.
Right. Okay.
I think that Lonzo has certain skill sets that are a little bit, especially on the defensive end, but offensively, CJ McCollum is better than Lonzo right now.
Yes, sir. All right.
No, but that doesn't mean that Lonzo doesn't still have better upside. Because the thing is, though, is that here's the thing that a lot of people still don't realize: playing getting better offensively is the easiest thing in the NBA. Lonzo's already figured out the hardest part, which is playing defense. That's the hardest thing to pick up in the NBA because everyone has bad habits. That's the hardest thing to pick up in the NBA, including the fact that he does have a higher IQ than CJ McCollum. And he's a better passer. So only thing Lonzo has to do is get better working on his handles, which he has improved on that. He continues to stay consistent with his shooting on a three-point line and continues to getting more reps in and basically going into the lane and being more creative. He gets that, then I will immediately bump him in front of CJ.
Hey, everybody, just want to report on Flight Sports TV. BBB pop-up shop is in Charlotte. If you are in Charlotte, please tune in and hurry up. Run fast.
I wish we known about it. I want to go down.
Listen. Gas your engines and go to the pop-up shop. Show your love to BBB. And Mello is there. Yes, Mello is there. They are having a pop-up shop. So if you are in Charlotte, we hold on Flight Sports TV. Let's report. We want to report that. Show your love for BBB. Just let you know. Show your love for BBB. Anyways, yeah. Listen, man. It was a good trade for the Pelicans. I don't know what the fuck the Blazers was thinking of. You give up a Larry Nance. Yes, he hasn't been the biggest name that you can say at your mouth. No, he hasn't been the names that a lot of people think of. I understand he hasn't been the Larry Nance that we've seen in the past, but I do know Larry Nance still has that amazing balance. He still has height. He still could be used in a way to creates something, and especially me. Like, let's say if I was a head coach, I had Larry Nance Jr., I'd be using Larry Nance Jr. in so many ways because just for the fact that how athletic he is and he has height. Then you gave up C.J. McCollum. That is a guaranteed score. That is a guaranteed a former All-Star, I think, right? Was he a good All-Star before? Right? No? Okay, I could be wrong.
Yeah, he hasn't been an all-star, but he's always been an 18 to 20 point scorer in the league.
Right, 18
consistently.
scorer. Right. So he always been a part of the top backcourts. He a legit player. And then you telling me you go grab a fucking Skanarowski that has been doing shit his entire career. And a lot of people, I remember the day Skanarowski got traded to the Pelicans, motherfuckers trying to fucking grab a knife and stab me because I said Skanarowski is the shittiest nigga besides Felicio. But no, nobody want to believe me. Niggas want to roast my shit. And then when they find out how bad Skanarowski is, now they, oh, my bad, Rave. Let me throw some flowers to you. Fuck them flowers. Anyways, then you go pick up a Nikhil.
Hold on, but let Ray cook.
Well, you pick up a Nikhil Exalted Walker, the same nigga that you said was better than Lonzo Ball, and the Pelicans gonna love Nikhil. Nikhil's the future. He's not. Oh my.
All right, so for everyone that does not know that, yes, the Blazers did pick up some basically average to below average players from the Pelicans. All right. And then they did trade away some decent players to the Clippers. But the reason why they did that, just to give context to everyone, so everyone knows, there's a reason why they did that. They did that because a lot of the players they brought in are on expiring contracts, including that gives them the ability to go into the offseason with the availability how the Knicks were this past offseason. They will have over $60 million in cap space this coming up off season. That's the reason why they make those trades. Probably more than likely, Damian Lillard is probably not going to come back. He's probably not going to come back to the starting line of the rest of the year. He's probably going to sit out the rest of the year. You know, dealing with the abdominal strain and other nagging injuries, he's probably going to sit out the rest of the year. So what they're going to do is they're going to unload all those expiring contracts, and they're going to take the money and go out there and go find the players that want to play with Damian Lillard that are all-star level caliber and bring in some veteran players so they can win now with Damian Lillard. That's what they're going to do.
And I want to say this for Jessica right quick because she wanted to know these stats. Brandon Ingram, 22.8 points, 5.9 rebounds, 5.5 assists. Zach LaVine is 24.8 points, 4.8 rebounds, 4.4 assists.
Oh yeah, so he better.
You know, and it would have been 27 because
I'm glad Rico came
back.
was average.
He be averaging like 20. He be averaging 24 for his career if he ain't play with LeBron. I'll tell you that much.
But you gotta remember,
like LeBron ball hogging, waving them off all the fucking time. His averages will be up there too. Like,
I think
it's close. It's close. I just like Brandon Ingram. I think he impacts winning more, in my opinion.
I don't know. I mean, we never had the thing is though I can't really say that, especially for Zach LaVine, because he's never actually really played on a team that gave him they gave him the ability to compete. He's always been on bottom level team. He's either was on a rebuilding team where they were trying to figure it out as young players, or he was on a team where he was just a lone wolf, and nobody else basically should have basically put it. Everybody else in the team, it was him, and everybody else in the team should be basically playing overseas or just not be in the NBA. And that's unfortunate because
Brandon Ingram's situation.
Brandon Ingram has played with better players.
Peaches and roses over there. Like
Brandon Ingram has played. That's that. But the thing is, though, that's this year. But in previous years, he has played with better players.
Who?
He's played with Zion Williamson. He's played with Lonzo
Barely.
Ball.
He was injured.
He's played with those players, including last season.
He's been a Pelican for how many years? How many games has he played with Zion?
Zion played basically his whole full season last season, which was close to, I think he played close to 60 games, a little over 60 games last season with them before Zion went down. So they had a fighting chance to make the play-in game.
All right.
So he didn't play the full season, but he played, I think he played at least close to 60 games last season. So they had a chance to make the play-in game. And Zion is basically better than basically everybody that's on the Bulls. You can argue DeMar, but I will put Zion over DeMar.
If you say,
but I mean,
I wouldn't say that. Hell no.
You know, but I mean, I mean, you can. I mean, that's
Zion.
a toss-up.
I don't even think Zion is cleared Brandon Ingram. You want to be honest?
Oh, what you mean by that?
I
don't know about that.
I meant what I said. I don't think
Rico,
Zion has cleared Brandon Ingram.
Oh,
I don't know about that one, but I mean, but the thing is though, Brandon Ingram played with somebody, including he played with Lonzo. Lonzo not a bottom feeder. Lonzo better than
that we like. We like Lonzo being hampered. That's what he played with.
I mean, still he played with Lonzo.
Yeah,
Lonzo better than everybody on the. Lonzo better than every guard they got on the Pelicans.
I agree with that.
I don't know because Lonzo. At the time, I don't know.
Including Brandon Ingram played with Drew. Including Brandon Ingram played with Drew Holiday too.
Yeah, but you're talking about the Pelicans. I'm talking about entirety of their career. You're talking about 1 year.
He still had the better.
But the thing is, but all right, so here's right. Like you talk
he
about
played with Carl Anthony Towns, bro. Like why are we not talking about that? He played with Carl Anthony Towns.
Because the thing is though, here's the thing.
Averaging like
26
and
12. Carl Anthony Towns at the time.
Like who Zion wasn't better than Carl Anthony Towns. Let's keep it a buck.
No, because let's break it down. Hold on, let's break it down. Let's break it down. Let's break it down. Carl Anthony Towns.
That was very young.
Carl Anthony Towns was not
Zion
the player.
Ain't young? What the hell is Zion?
But Zion
was better than Carl Anthony Towns.
Hold on. Allow me to break it down. Hold on. Allow me to break it down.
No, he's not.
Hold on. Give me. Hold on, panel. Give me a second. Hold on, panel. Give me a second. Allow me to break this down. Zion Williamson, at the same age that Carl Anthony's at, is better. Carl Anthony Towns was not the player.
He was averaging 26 and 12 his second season.
All right, let's go.
Pretty sure he was damn near close. He peaked out early, bro. That's why Shaq called him out.
Yeah, and then he started to get lazy, but then
yeah, exactly. He peaked out early as fuck.
That nigga Towns.
No, don't stand on that.
Listen. I roast him about him being soft on the Timberwolves, but y'all be hella disrespectful. Carl Anthony Towns came in this fucking league. When he was taking the shit serious, he was fucking niggas up. He hit the mid-range, hit the three. Nigga was hitting some floaters, post-game, grabbing rebounds. Y'all smoking weed. I don't know what type of shit y'all on today. Y'all disrespectful.
Yeah, 25 and 12 his second season. Stop playing.
Shout out
that boy was killing, bro, and they still couldn't win.
Yeah,
listen,
facts.
Listen. Zion is balling too.
Yeah,
we call him. Listen. We call Zion the big ball pin, but Zion ain't doing what Clancy Towns doing. Towns one-footer floaters.
Zion can't even rebound like him, bro.
He ain't doing none of that.
Y'all gotta stop. Y'all gotta stop.
Rebounds it's not even that high. Zion rebounds is like.
Why y'all capping like this? Why you capping like this?
Zion the new kid on the block. That's what he is, bro.
They on here capping.
He the new kid on the block. Like that's it.
I just want to announce.
First off, hold on. I want to address the capper number one.
One second. I want to announce this one last time, everybody that's watching Flight Sports TV. Just want to let y'all know, if you are in Charlotte, gas up your cars.
Yes, let them know what's up in Charlotte right now.
We got the BBB pop-up shop.
Yep.
Yes, All-Star Melo is there at the pop-up shop, and this should let you know, yes, LaMelo is with Puma, but guess what? He's supporting BBB at the pop-up shop. So like we said, try to tell you guys, BBB ain't going no damn where, okay?
And I want to give a big shout out, right?
At the pop-up shop in Charlotte.
Facts. And I want to give a big shout out to not just LaMelo, you know what I'm saying, for still rocking with BBB as his Puma, but shout out to Jay-Z for allowing Big Baller Brand to coexist with Puma. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Jay-Z, man. When you with Jay-Z, you automatically win, man. That's just a fact. Kanye got $10 billion.
My bad. I just had a.
No, but I want to get to the y'all cap real quick. Before I get to y'all cap, I want to get the Sherwin. He said the Pelicans guards are all better than Lonzo. You gotta stop capping. That's cap one. And y'all gotta stop.
I said Lonzo was better than all the guards on the Pelicans.
Yeah, no, that's what the bull said. That's what Sherwin said, right? This dude on the comment.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
He gotta stop capping. And then also, this Town better than Zion stuff, cap. This Ingram better than Zion stuff, cap. Come on, bro. Y'all gotta stop it, man. Y'all really on here capping.
Yo,
Ingram would never be better than Zion.
Cap. Say something. Prove something.
Okay. Oh, if you add if you give me Zion, right?
Nah.
I would trade you. Listen, if you offer me, listen, if I got Brandon Ingram and you got Zion and you traded fam, I would laugh at you. You talking about a guy who's played 80 games in 4 years. I would leave that meeting knowing
pretty much
you just traded traded a walk-in money bag for a 20-point loser. He's a 20-point loser, bro.
They're playing him right now. What are you talking about?
You're thinking it. Listen, Rico, you're thinking
Zach LaVine was a loser.
Yeah, he's a 20-point loser too. I wouldn't trade Zion for LaVine.
Zach LaVine was a loser. 30 games. Brandon Ingram is leading his team to a 10 seed. What are you talking about?
This is a business. Nobody's following Brandon Ingram or DeRozan. Like, come on, bro. Like, you gotta remember that.
You talking about losers? Zach was
winning
30 games.
So we're talking about.
Hold on, 25 and 12.
A 25 point
panel. Hold on, panel. Allow me to bring in some.
Hold on, real quick. I want to get into the count thing before.
Yo, Ingram's better than Zach, man. Ingram's better than Zach.
I disagree. I disagree with that. However, Rico, I got the stats for you, Rico. So last season,
stats don't prove anything.
Last season,
people are in different positions, different systems, bro. You can't say you can't give me like for example, if you add Lonzo on to Charlotte, his numbers will be way higher than what it is, and if you add LaMelo to Bulls, his numbers will be lower. That's what I'm saying. It's just that you can't compare it by numbers. We all know from the eye test. That's how you judge who's better. The numbers, the eye test. We all know Zion's better than these guys, man.
Right? Because y'all saying
how is he better?
Rico, think about it.
You're just
saying that Brandon Ingram is playing more games because of where Zion's situation is. Zion is in a fucking New Orleans, fucking feeding them fucking biscuits and gravy and fucking
and they not feeding Brandon Ingram the same shit. Stop making excuses.
Ray, that's not an excuse right there. Right there, Ray, because
Zion's healthy, they don't even talk about Brandon Ingram.
No. If you
Ray, he's an NBA player. It is his responsibility to take care of his weight.
I agree with that part.
And that's the bottom line. So we're not cutting. So here's the thing right here. We're not cutting none of these NBA players, no excuses. Zion Williamson is a grown man now. He should know how to get in the gym and take care of his weight. That's his problem. That's his problem.
I don't hear that shit. You also supposed to take
that's his problem right there. He should have the ability to take care of his weight. If Charles Barkley had to deal with the same thing and figured it out, he can do the same thing, man. That's an excuse.
Yeah, that's Melo. Yeah,
Melo is there.
Melo's at the pop-up right now.
You didn't hear me? I said
Tina Ball, LeVar's in the building.
Yeah, ball facts
we calling Devin Booker.
Shout out to ball facts in the building.
Hold on. What are y'all talking about? I just said that. I just said all that.
Yeah, but let's break this down.
Melo is with people.
Let's break this down. Okay, so you got Brandon Ingram, right? Let's get to the main point of this, right?
Devin Booker
and the main
listen. A loser.
Hold on, real quick, Rico. Hold on. Let me get to this. Let's get to this. Carl Anthony Towns.
The same thing that Brandon Ingram is currently a loser.
Nah, he's leading his team to
listen. Hold on, real quick, Rico. Hold on. Every time I talk, you start talking. Hold on, real quick, Rico. Listen.
I mean, he still has to make the play in first. Other than that, he's going to be a loser.
He's going
Hold
to.
on real
That
quick.
now is definite.
Because
It's
you
definite
can say
now.
the same thing. Because you can say the same thing about Zach LaVine last season, but his
No,
season got cut short because of COVID.
Didn't happen. It's definite now. He's gonna happen.
Yeah, for one, and and if like nobody's wanting to admit this, but I'm gonna be the first person to admit this. Being a 9th or 10th seed, you would not have made the playoffs years ago. So you're not a good team if you make the play-in.
They still have to play
the better teams
I give no credit to niggas who make the play-in.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
that's what is so funny about Rico. He keeps mentioning them as they're gonna make the play-in. Yeah, they suck. You wouldn't have made the playoffs 2 years ago.
But no, y'all knocking it. No, Brandon Ingram is gonna lead his team to either a play-in or something higher. Right?
Let him talk.
Let me talk, Rico.
All right, go ahead.
Bro, you're giving a congratulations to something that was unheard of and not allowed 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying? That's off the rule changes. You know what I'm saying? A 9th or 10th seed 2 years ago was not a playoff team. That's why they suck.
Come on,
bro. Just because you made the play-in don't mean you don't suck, bro. Like that's what I'm saying. LaVine is a 20-point loser. Ingram's a 20-point loser. Carl Anthony Towns is a 20-point loser. And the one thing about them, the only difference about Zion and them dudes, when they got Zion, when Zion was at the Duke, when he was at Duke, they had a whole special package following him. Like you can pay to follow him behind the scenes. You see what I'm saying? When he stepped in, he got a $75 million deal. Nobody's giving that to Ingram. Nobody's wearing no Ingrams. Nobody's wearing no Carl Anthony Towns, bro. This is business. He's gonna give you 20 points and he's gonna sell out. If Zion was there, y'all seats to be sold out every night. When Ingram's there, nobody cares, bro. Like that's what I'm trying to tell you.
Selling out. We talking about who's better.
And all them dudes and McCollum, they don't sell jerseys. You ain't
TNT, we talking
never
about
seen
who's
nobody
better.
with a color jersey.
We're not talking about who's marketable. We're talking about who's better.
We're talking about who's better. And the thing is though, that Zion did have a Beckett second year than Karl Anthony Towns. Zion was averaging close to 30.
Yes, he was. Yep. I agree.
Zion,
he was.
Who's better?
Zion in his second year was better. Zion in his second year because here's the thing: because Zion's only been in the league 2 years. Zion in his second year is better than Karl Anthony Towns. We're not talking about currently. We're talking about in his second year. Karl Anthony Towns was not better than Zion. I give you that Karl Anthony was averaging 25. Zion was averaging 28, man. Like Zion was putting up numbers. So Brandon Ingram played with Zion was basically on the floor last season. That was over 60 games.
27-7. Karl Anthony Towns was averaging 25-12.
Yes, and Zion was giving you. And
so
Zion
we're
not going to play the 30
more points, but one guy was giving you 5 more boards. Please stop.
It's no stop.
Zion is better, bro. He was better than him.
Zion is better. Zion's better, right?
No,
Zion,
he wasn't.
At that age, Zion's better.
No.
We're not talking about currently. At that age,
he was not better.
Age, Zion is better, I think. That's just me.
It's not the thing, it's the truth. He is better.
He averaged 27 and 7.2. That's what he was giving you. Karl Anthony Towns was averaging 25 and 12.2. Some shit like that. 12.5.
For Zion to give you 27 and 7 at the power forward position, being 6'6" at that.
We're not giving people extra credit points for being short, bro.
I will take, but the thing is though, he's giving you 27 and 7 at the power forward position. I will take that, man.
But
I'm taking that, bro.
He's giving you 25 and 12 at the center.
Hold up, bro. Hold up. We not. Hold up. Listen, we not. Granted,
Yo,
Zion made the All-Star.
He's just playing defense.
And Zion, Karl Anthony Towns has not ever played defense, man. He's just as bad as Zion.
Zion was horrible too.
No.
I say they both. That's what I said. Both of them are terrible on defense.
Come on, Murgai,
it don't matter. They cancel each other out on defense, man.
Come on, Murgai, you're being disrespectful, bro. Listen, I get it. Zion, like you said, 6'6", doing what he did, a monster bowling ball. That's facts. I can't disagree with you. I'm not even going to deny that. The fact, and also, BI versus Zion. Zion, when healthy, damn near averaging fucking 30. So he's a bowling ball a machine. That's why I said if he leaves fucking New Orleans, nigga, you will see that Zion is way better than fucking BI. But when it comes down to Towns and versus Zion, you gotta understand Towns has so much in his bag, way more than Zion. Towns is not, and especially when Towns was taking the game serious. Okay, when he was taking it serious, he was blocking shots, he was hitting free throws, mid-range game, off fadeaways, post moves, threes. Zion ain't doing none of that bullshit. All right, none of that. And that nigga Zion got half the bag Towns got. The only reason Towns started fading away is because people was getting mad at him for being soft and being lazy. But when Karl Towns took it serious, you could damn near couldn't stop Towns, man. Like, when he took it serious, he was like one of those top 5 niggas when he was taking it serious. But he wasn't taking it serious, so that's on his fault. But you could not stop Towns when he pulled out his entire bag. Come on now. Zion is just leans his head in and rams in with a little bowling ball ass. Fuck out of here.
Ray, be quiet, man.
Shout out to the chat, man. Come on, man. Try to give credit to that big bowling ball. Big old bowling ball, right? And David Griffin.
Even led him to a better season. Even led him to a better seed in his second year too.
My bad, y'all.
Shout out to the
panel, crazy, bro.
Shout out
to crazy. I'm just going with Zion, bro.
Y'all boys capping on you.
That's my point. That's my point. You're gonna say that Zion had. You're gonna say that Zach is better than Brandon Ingram.
Scholar, take over. Scholar, take over real quick. Scholar, man, you handle business, man. They coming at you, Pelicans, man.
Let's go. Let's go, Scholar.
So quick question.
B.I. better than Zach, man. No matter what they say, B.I. better than him.
What?
Nah, we're not talking that. My question to you, Scholar. We're not talking that because I don't want to hear that. My question to you, Scholar, is this: Who are you taking? You taking Zion or you taking Karl Anthony Towns?
Karl Anthony Towns.
Thank you. Let's go, Scott.
You want to know why?
Facts.
Availability is better than no.
You don't like Sky.
Availability is better than no availability.
You don't like Zion. My fault, Sky. You don't like Zion.
No, it ain't that I don't like him. It ain't that I don't like him. It's more of availability with him. Now, if you talk about a healthy Zion in Towns, I take Zion. But if you're talking about the Zion we get now, I'm taking Towns.
That's why, Sky. That's why we gotta part ways because
we talking about a healthy Zion. I'm taking Zion all day. A non-healthy Zion, nah. The Zion that came in the NBA, nah. The Zion at Duke, yeah.
Man, he said he hasn't even seen healthy Zion. And that's crazy. I can't, bro. Like, y'all don't see it coming, but Zion is gonna hit this wall where people will be like, "Yo, he don't shoot threes."
Exactly. That's his problem too. He don't got no paint play. He can't shoot. He can't shoot.
It hasn't happened yet.
But does he need to shoot now?
Successful
Does he need to shoot now with all
Nah, he don't need to shoot.
The perimeter is sold up for y'all.
He don't need to shoot now. But eventually, when that athleticism go away, he gonna have to shoot.
Bro, okay. Sky, this is why me and you. Hold on, Sky. This is where me and you kind of separate.
Shout out to Chaz. That was me.
Okay, so here's why me and you separate, Sky. Because I was agreeing with you with you take Towns over Zion. Dude, we're talking about a healthy Towns means Towns has way more in the bag than Zion. Is that not the truth? A lot of times Towns, when he was talked about, it was because Towns didn't take it serious and he was soft. But when Towns took it serious, Towns technically could do anything on the court. He could dunk on you, hit threes, mid-range, post moves, all of that.
Man, all that sound good and all, but Zion gonna bully him in the paint though. He gonna outdo him in the paint. I'm gonna
For
take
sure,
that all day. He gonna be in foul
for
trouble.
sure.
None of that ain't gonna work. He gonna be in
Zion
foul
can't
trouble.
guard Cat.
We're talking about.
Be real,
Listen,
Scott.
we're talking about who. But wait, Scott. We're talking about who's the best though. For sure, Zion is a bowling ball.
You talking about all
that can
around
put his
game?
head down.
You talking about who got the best all around
Who's better?
game?
Like who's better? That's better. Yeah, that's technically what all around game is. Who's better?
It's based on strategy. It's based on what your team is around. That's what I'm saying.
Because look,
Yo, Scott, you know what's crazy? We call Zion like the point Zion, but I'm pretty sure Cat averaged more assists than homeboy.
Who?
Cat. I'm looking at him.
Do. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying
than Zion, but we talking point Zion, bro.
Man, this is what I'm
saying.
Ain't
that some shit?
This is what I'm saying. To me, B.I. the lead on the team anyway.
Well,
they worry about Zion. They worry about Zion. Like they winning without Zion. Zion just got to play his role. That's it.
He is 6'6" Jared Allen.
Yeah, play your role. Get the rebounds, don't. That's all they need you to do. He's surrounded around shooters. Nah. Ain't no excuse. God. No excuse. Like they got literally they literally got a bunch of shooters around that boy, man. You got Valanciunas that can shoot the three. You got Graham can shoot the three. You got CJ McCollum can shoot the three. And you got B.I. can shoot the three. All he got to do is play his role. That's it.
Like I've seen Zion go up against the two bigs on the fucking Mavericks and struggle, bro. So I already know at some point he's gonna need to get a jump shot. Like he's 6'6".
I agree
Ain't
with
no
you.
way you think he's gonna get a layup every single
That's
play.
not gonna happen. I agree with you. That's why I be saying they be hyping him up and he ain't. They'll tell you. I've been saying that he a fat dude that could dunk. I've been saying that. Ask him. Sign a fat dude that could dunk.
That's why I said. But Sky, listen to what you said. That's more of a reason why I say Cat is better. Cat is a guy. Take away the fact that he's soft at times and he don't take it serious. But let's say Cat.
Man, he better based on the system, man. It's based off what system you running, man. That's what I'm telling you.
I agree because I agree. If Zion was not in New Orleans, he was a different place, he'd probably be a lot different because he wouldn't be so big and everything. I think he wouldn't be so damn big. Seriously, because
Yo.
Yeah, I'm here with you. Them Pelicans, man, they doing something, man. But Brandon Ingram about to take off, man. That's just in my opinion.
Man, he done took off. What you talking about?
Yeah, but even more now.
Took off. He done took off, man.
People talking about he playing losing basketball. He averaging like 6 assists. Like, come on, bro.
No, he's been winning. Shout out Juju.
And then you bring up Brandon Ingram and the Jason Tatum conversation, and they were like Jason Tatum is fucking untouchable. And that shit is crazy to me. It's severely slept on.
Man, even when Zion come back, man, that's B.I. team, man. They know that already. If you pay attention, they really building around B.I. too. They building in case Zion do leave. Like they just one piece away. Look at that. Look at how they building that team.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like. They're building around B.I. That's what it looking like.
If Zion leave, it's not gonna affect them. They just need another power forward, and they're gonna get so many draft picks for Zion. They're gonna be able to find that person. And then they got Jackson Hayes that's playing the full killing. Man. So he'll fit in right where Zion leave at. And the only difference is Jackson Hayes stay healthy.
Yeah, I like Jackson Hayes staying. They ain't really give up much. They gave up a little bit of dead weight. I mean, Hart was whatever, but he was the centerpiece. You basically this is a significant upgrade.
Man, I was wishing they would have gave him Temple, but I knew
they got Nance. Y'all kept Nance too.
Yeah, we want him. That's what I'm trying to
tell you. Y'all got Nance and who else? Who else? Y'all picked up somebody else. I'm like, goddamn, how much is like they're giving a fire sale up there?
We sitting on picks too, man. We could make another trade, man. We might get off We might get off Temple or somebody or that dude Nigel Marshall and them, man. We sitting on picks, man. All we have to do is get rid of them two and give a pick. We got tons of picks, man. We loaded on picks.
You're right, man.
Loaded, so don't be surprised. Don't be surprised by Thursday.
Well, they done got something else. That's what it's looking like. Sky gonna get something else, man, for his Pelicans, man. Y'all better watch out. It's gonna be a movie. Shout out to Jessica. She said, "Play your role." Jessica, you need to get on the panel and talk about your Pelicans. We need to have women in the building talking about these pals. Oh yeah, Tony Snell. Y'all got Tony Snell too. That's what I say. Y'all got a haul. You know, they just giving away everything in Portland.
So y'all did get some defense back.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. They got
I didn't
more
even know
this
that.
season.
I bet.
That's what says a lot. They giving away everybody. You know, they just need to go young up there in Portland and stop playing. You know, they playing like they're gonna build around Dame. They ain't building around shit. Shout out Chad. So ain't no playing, making every shot. That is true. I can see that happening. Like I said, CJ gonna be a closer for them too, man. That's it's gonna relieve a lot of pressure off of Brandon Ingram. Brandon Ingram had the weight of the world on his shoulders. You know, right
They
now.
play Houston tonight, and they just beat Houston.
Oh yeah, it's annihilation tonight. BI gonna put up something crazy. I can see BI going for 40 something. You know,
They just beat about 13.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And Brandon Ingram happy now. They didn't put a piece around him. You know, give Griffin some credit because he that shows the ability what Brandon Ingram's been doing. You know, for them to invest something.
Man, that wasn't Griffin, man. That was your boy, man. That's Willie Green, man. Ain't nobody gonna play for Griffin, man. Willie Green got that man over there, man. Guaranteed.
Yeah. No, at least
the headline says
make a move too. Both of them. What'd you say?
Nah, that was the 33-12 game I was telling you about. First line is the Houston Rockets probably have seen enough of Brandon Ingram to last them a long time. Like, I'm trying to see if they. Scott, how long do you think it's going to take for CJ and them to get there? Like they'll play next game?
Yeah, probably next game. You know how it go. They got to take their physicals. They probably doing that today. So probably next game. I think the next game Saturday, if I ain't mistaken. I mean Friday.
Okay. I'm
gonna check probably Friday.
Yep, that's gonna be a good game, man. I got the Pelicans killing them tonight. Who they playing Friday?
The Heat.
Checking right now.
Yeah, that's
gonna be Miami.
A real match.
They play Miami.
Yeah, I can see CJ being available for that. They might not even play CJ in that game. That'll be
they're gonna play him. Trust me, they're gonna play him. They can't.
Yeah, they need to get in the playoffs. They ain't got no time.
And not just that, they already a man short. So they gave away more than what they got.
Right, we got all access in the building. What's the deal, man? We got big breaking news today, man.
What's
we
up,
got to hear your thoughts.
Yeah, shout out to Sky and his Pelicans.
Yes.
Shout out to Flight Sports TV. Sky, you've been riding hard for them Pelicans, and it looks like things might just be going in a way that you predicted. We see in the slippage of the Lakers, we see in Portland just totally dissembled their chances for reaching the play-in game. So it seems like the Pelicans have found a slot in that top 10.
Man, we going for the 6 seed, man. I'm standing on that.
I don't see that. I'm looking at the standings. I don't see it.
What?
I don't see the 6 either, Sky.
That's a long shot.
Look, check this out.
I don't. Who's gonna drop out? Tell me.
Denver.
Who?
Denver.
I don't know about that. Damn.
Man, how?
Yeah, they got Jokic.
We didn't beat them twice, so if it come to a tie, we getting in there.
I
can see it. I can see it.
If you stand on it, I respect it.
But my thing is too is that Jamal Murray's coming back too.
Check this out.
Thank you, Murgod.
They either going
they're getting players back this season. So I don't know.
This is where it's gonna go. Look, this is where it's gonna go though. I looked at the schedule and I broke it down.
Wow.
It's either the Lakers not gonna make the playoffs or the play-in, or they gonna drop one of the two. Look at the Lakers. The Lakers 4 games from being out everything.
It's a
I'm
harsh
telling you,
truth,
man.
huh?
And you saw their schedule?
Yeah. So I can't deny that. So
You saw their schedule? The Lakers.
I haven't looked at the schedule yet.
Telling
Man,
you, we need
these
to make
people
a
got
trade
5 hard
ASAP.
games
There ain't
back to
no
back
way
to
we.
back to back to back. The only people and then they play us, so they better not slip up and let us beat them.
Man,
That'll be sick.
The problem with the Lakers is, man, they got too many old players that don't want to play defense, man.
And they got Milwaukee tonight.
And LeBron been injured, so I mean that's like that's like a rare blue moon. I mean, he just now started getting injured. So that's another thing too. LeBron ain't been on the floor a lot.
Oh, Dex, pull up the Lakers schedule, Dex.
But Lakers, I can see them slipping.
Man, I'm talking about
that's the only one I see.
I'm talking about out the play-in. I'm talking about bottom feeder, and we sitting on their picks.
I'm not doubting that.
Jessica, I think you've been a little too extreme talking about Willie Green, Coach of the Year. That's already a lock with Monty Williams.
Man, it's either Monty Williams or dang on Billy Donovan.
They went from
Did Monty win it last year? No, that was Tiz. My fault.
Man, they went from 1-12 to making
a funny flight.
I think Monty Williams won it before
in the past 3 years.
Flight slick for that.
Yo, Dex, you looking at the schedule? Because I am. It ain't fucking nice.
I'm not looking at it because one thing about the Lakers, it doesn't matter. They're a good enough team to hold on to one of them play-in slots or a 6 seed. So I'm not really worried about that. Man, it's just that our hopes are so high on the Lakers to be in the top 3, and unfortunately, that don't seem to be the case this year.
Y'all said when Ariza come back, y'all was gonna be good. Ariza came back, then y'all had another excuse. Now let's get rid of.
I don't see.
Get rid of Russ.
This is what I've been saying the whole time, though. I can't make a pick until they make a trade at the deadline. I'm looking at the schedule now, like yo, it's crazy. I'll be honest with you, it ain't. It'll be a miracle if our current Lakers went 500. I'll be 100% with you.
Dog, look at the games. You talking about they got 1 game they could win in that 6-game stretch. Guaranteed.
But Sky, when are you going to fess up that you was wrong about certain players on the Pelicans? Really, a particular player.
Which one?
Well, we already know you was wrong about Nickeil Alexander-Walker. We knew you was wrong about that. But you were definitely wrong.
That he was playing like shit. I told you that.
No, but you was wrong. But at first, remember, you was highly touting Nickeil Alexander-Walker, like the presence of Lonzo wouldn't be missed because of him.
If he played like he played last year, it wouldn't be nothing. That dude,
but he spot played
like
though.
He played last year.
But Sky, he
played better
spot
than Lonzo last year.
Oh heck no! Come on, man, stop that.
Dude played better than Lonzo. Why you think they have a problem with him getting rid of?
But check this out. Also, Sky, you was wrong about Devontae Graham. Because if Devontae Graham would have played like you said he was going to play, there would be no need for no CJ McCollum.
What you mean? What you mean? They ain't get rid of they ain't get CJ because of Devontae Graham play.
If Devontae Graham played like you claimed that he was going to play, it would be no need for CJ McCollum.
They ain't get CJ McCollum because of Devontae Graham play. We got 2 holes in the on the team that we got from the Bulls. That's the only thing we fixed. I've been saying that. Y'all got us with that trade.
Y'all got a nice big 4 now. Well,
look what y'all gave us for Lonzo Ball.
Y'all got a nice big 3. CJ McCollum, Brandon Ingram, and Valanciunas.
So you just
the rest
gonna
of that
leave,
stuff is just trash.
So you gonna leave Herb Jones out?
Herb Jones a rookie. I'm not even considering him.
It don't
like
matter.
That.
He's not playing like
you can always have a good rookie season, and then your sophomore season you hit a wall.
So y'all can have a big 4 and add Lonzo Ball in it, but I can't add Herb Jones in it that's playing better than
you can add who you want to add. That's your team. But I'm just saying, in reality, you can't put all the stake on a rookie because rookies hit sophomore walls.
Let me get on Rave. On one screen, I heard Rave say Man, that dude's sad, man. You know he's sad when you could count how many good games he had when you look on the schedule. Lonzo Ball the same way.
But why are we talking about Lonzo? You don't want bringing up Lonzo.
Because I'm
Nobody
telling,
else.
I'm addressing Rave with that.
Because we're talking about the Pelicans and you digging back for Lonzo. If you
Man,
want
because
Lonzo,
you
just call him and
said
say, Lonzo, please come back.
no. Only reason why, see, this the thing. They don't want me to get on Lonzo because he trying to get to the point we should have kept Lonzo. That's the only point he trying to get to. He just beating around the bush. But our record right now better than what we had when we had Lonzo. And CJ ain't even play a game yet.
Well, I can say CJ is pretty decent.
No.
And you know he just came back from a collapsed lung. So
it's better than it was last year, and CJ ain't play a game with Lonzo.
The Western Conference is down right now, so don't pat yourself on the back.
I'm talking about individual record. I'm talking about wins and losses within that team. I'm not talking about how the seeding is.
Well, you should thank.
We won
Stan
30
Gundy.
games last year. That's the whole
Skyler,
season.
You should thank.
We 9 games
Gundy
away from winning more
for
games
not
than
being
we
there this
won.
year.
We 9 games away from winning more games than we won last year with Lonzo.
But Skyler, you know, I expect y'all to probably have more games. You're playing more games this year too.
Man, listen what I'm saying. Even if you take the 10 games away, we gonna still be over that. They played 71 last year. 72, I meant.
Yeah, so that's 10 more. So that's 10 more. So that's 10 more games to be able to figure out if you can get a better record or not. So you don't know.
He's talking about win percentage, Murdoch.
Man, there you go. See, they trying to make it up excuses, man.
No, I ain't talking about that. I
Win
mean,
a higher
it's kind
percentage of games
it's kind of a toss-up. I mean, my thing is
the Bulls winning.
My thing is, Scholar.
But
My
they do
thing
have
is
a better
it's not the
coach,
fact
though,
that the Pelicans
Recap.
haven't got better.
They have a better coach.
Willie Green is way
especially
better.
with CJ McCollum, and especially the way that Brandon Ingram is playing. The thing is, though, I just think that's a toss-up. What you're talking about. That's all I'm saying.
That's not a toss-up, man.
To me, it feels like a toss-up. What you're talking about.
That's a realistic. That's because.
But I feel what you're. But
I
I feel what you're specifying about as far as basically the team has gotten better and they have a chance to be able to get into the playoffs. I can see that.
Yeah,
they got better. Period.
A lot of people can see that aspect of the Sky because you have a better coach, and when you have a better coach, the players respond better. So whatever talent you had last year, the talent is still valid, but the talent that you have this year is just responding more to a coach who relates to his players, not some old relic of the past that couldn't even hold a job back then, and he had Dwight Howard.
All right, Dex Kaepernick. Go ahead, finish saying.
I mean, that does weigh in a factor. That does weigh in a factor. That does weigh in a factor because Steph Van Gundy. I mean, he's I'm gonna be honest, man. He's a terrible coach, especially in today's game. Everything's about pace and space. Everything's about pace and space, and he just wasn't utilizing his players last season to the best of their abilities.
That's out.
Basically, that's like boiling of what we had in the Bulls.
Answer my question.
Not using players best of their abilities.
You a Bulls fan?
Yes, I'm a Bulls fan.
The Bulls winning?
Yeah, the Bulls winning.
Lonzo Ball been playing?
I mean, he just been hurt, but when he was there, they was winning.
I'm talking about since he been hurt. They been winning?
They've been up and down here and there. They lost a few. They won a few, lost a few. Here's the Scholar.
No up and down, man.
I haven't because the Bulls.
Everybody's been up and down. What are you talking about?
So because Scholar, listen, they lost the last 2 games. In those 2 games, we could have needed Alonzo.
What you mean? They lost to every team. They 0-7 against good teams.
No, they're not 0-7 against good teams with winning records.
They 0-7 against good teams.
No, they're not. They beat the Utah Jazz because of good record.
Man, how you gonna tell me? And they just was talking about it on the ESPN,
what?
That's where I get that stat from.
What?
Look, Rich Warren said Bulls 0-7 versus top teams this year. Just seen it on ESPN.
Show you winning records again. Show you that they beat winning teams. I'm not trying to say they don't have a positive record possibly.
You talking about winning teams?
But they have beat winning teams.
when the
Listen,
season first started. I'm
you
talking about the
cannot
team
compare
that's
no
on
Chicago
top
Bulls
right
to no
now.
But you
Pelicans.
talking
But
about
stop
team
putting
first
Pelicans and
started,
Chicago
but
Bulls in the same breath,
so
Sky.
see
That's a
that's how
sin.
you that's
Oh,
how
we
you
gonna
move
whoop
the
their ass the
goalposts right
next
there.
time we
So you
come
saw
across
what he
them.
just did.
Trust me.
Hold on, panel. You saw what Skyler just said, right?
Yeah,
You heard what
Sky is
Skyler just said,
crazy.
right? Oh, you heard what Skyler just said, right?
Shout
Oh,
out
we're
NBA
talking
old
about
boy.
winning. Well, they don't have a record against winning teams. Oh, but we're not talking about winning teams in the beginning of the season. A winning team is a winning team. With a positive record is a positive
Man, I
record.
just saw that on ESPN, man.
So
Them
I don't
people
want to
know.
hit. So
No,
I don't
they've
want to
been
hear that.
stinking. Sky, you have a point because they've been stinking against winning teams, against teams that's contenders in the top 7. I mean, top
But
6
Dex,
slots for the
but
playoffs. So
Dex,
he's right
How
on
many
that.
TV games they
There's an
won this year?
asterisk beside, but
How
Dex,
many
there's an
TV
asterisk
games they won
beside
this
that
year?
because we don't have a full roster.
Oh
I
man, now
know
they
that's
saying
what
they
I'm,
got
that's what I'm getting
G-League
at. But
players.
but
So we're
Murdoch,
trying
when
to
he's
compete.
right. But Murdoch, when he makes a point and he's right, okay, we acknowledge he's right, and then we move on, and then we come back with the real facts because Sky is trying to skew, you follow what I'm saying, and have a certain narrative out there.
Ain't nobody
So
worried about Sky,
it's
man.
Man, that's not a
easy,
narrative. It's the
right?
truth,
Anybody worrying
It's
about
easy
Sky,
for
man?
Sky.
Because the thing is, though, because here's the thing, though, I'm not faulting the Pelicans for where they're at because they still missing, their best player
Nah,
on the
Right.
team.
see, you taking it wrong. I
But
Second
asked you
best
if you
I'm
was
not
player.
taking
taking
it
it.
you don't
No,
wrong.
do
no,
that though.
Put
That
that
I'm
ain't what
there.
not
Sky
fault.
do.
Second
I'm
best
not
I
faulting
asked
the
you
player.
Sky is
you
full
Pelicans.
of
taking it
I'm
wrong.
confusion.
not
I'm
faulting the
telling
I
you.
Pelicans
asked you
because they're
was you a
missing Zion
Bulls
right now.
fan, dog? A
I'm not
Bulls
faulting the
fan gonna
Pelicans
be
for that.
honest.
I'm not
Without
faulting the Pelicans. No, I am being transparent.
no,
See,
you
here's the thing
not.
is,
Know
though, here's
why? Know why? Because you know
why
that's
is
a good.
that?
The point I'm getting at is they're a good team without him. You try to
But they
keep it
better
away
with
from
him.
that. So
Right.
that means you a Lonzo Ball fan.
That's like
I
Zion, for
already
instance.
answered that question, Scholar. You asked me, was the team good and winning? I said yes. But the thing is, though, is that in some of those losses we had, especially recently, they could have used Lonzo and Caruso
All right, check
because
this
that
out.
point of
Check
attack
this out.
defense is needed.
To make a
Sky,
long story short, if y'all lose Zach, y'all think y'all still the same team or DeMar?
you
So
said one or the other?
if we lose either or, we're not the same team.
Oh, what's up,
That's what
brother?
I'm trying to tell you. Now, if y'all lose Lonzo, y'all think y'all gonna win more games, or y'all gonna lose more
Yes,
games?
we gonna win. We'll win more games with Lonzo.
I know. What I'm saying is, what chance y'all have of losing? What player y'all, if y'all lose, y'all have a chance of having a losing season? Lonzo, Zach, or DeMar?
That's an irrelevant question. You need all of them to have a winning season.
Man, come on. They haven't won none, yo.
I mean,
Listen,
You
no,
just that's
but
the
the thing,
point I'm trying to get at.
but
Which
Scholar, hold on,
you
hold on,
not
hold on,
being
Scholar.
honest.
let
You're
me
not a
say something real
Bulls
quick,
fan.
because
You're a
we got
Lonzo
to spin
Ball
our
fan.
wheels.
So let's break down your
You a
question
Lonzo
real quick.
Ball fan
Let's
because if
break
you was
down
a
your
Bulls
question.
fan, you'll be real.
Let's break down your question real quick,
Sky,
Scholar.
Sky, you're being
Regardless of
illogical because
hold on, Dex. Hold on,
I ain't
Dex.
say
Hold on, Dex.
championship. I said winning season, not no championship.
Regardless of
I said winning
hold
season.
on, Scholar. Hold on, Scholar. Regardless of the fact when Lonzo was there, they were a winning team.
this nigga
And
always
to be
talking about
very honest,
Lonzo.
with you, you can get rid of Zach or DeMar, one of those two, and keep Lonzo, because it's preferred to have Lonzo or Caruso there because you need that ability to be able to move the ball, space, and you got to have at least somebody to have defense there. Lonzo is actually a better fit, and he's shown the ability to be able to do more when he has the ball in his hands when Levine or DeMar is out.
So that's the excuse you're gonna use.
So you need one of them.
So that's the excuse you're gonna use.
Because here's the thing is, I think the Bulls would have had a decent season with not having DeMar on the team. They probably would have been. They
He
probably would
won
have
2 games for y'all.
They probably would have been.
games out of 82.
No, hold on.
And he lead every other game in scoring. What are you talking about?
Allow me to finish.
So he practically winning every game for y'all.
Hold on, Scholar. I'm gonna let you cook after I talk. Because the simple fact is this: DeMar originally wasn't going to come there. I still think the Bulls would have had a decent season. They would not have been as good as they are now with DeMar, but they still would have had a decent season. Would they have been basically, top?
Their record would have been better than the Pelicans. Put it that way.
I don't think. No, I don't think so. I think they would have probably been between the 6 and 8 range. But not adding DeMar there makes them a better team because they have more offensive weapons there.
Now check this out, and I set you up for this, and I set y'all up for that for what y'all was talking about earlier. Y'all said Zach couldn't win based off the team that he had around him earlier in the panel, the discussion, right? So you sitting up here telling me if you take them off that team, he back to the team he had.
He ain't back to the team he had, knucklehead.
Not necessarily. That's not necessarily the case.
Y'all confused.
Because
you
it's not
confused.
necessarily the case. That's not necessarily the case.
Just
Because if you actually
Scott, you're being reckless with your logic.
I got this, Dex, because I watched the Bulls last season.
Can I ask a question?
I'm a Bulls fan. Hold on, Rico. Let me answer Skylar's statement before you go ahead and cook and you do your thing. So to answer that question last season, the Bulls were on a winning trajectory at the end of the season where they picked up Vucevic. The issue that happened was COVID. Zach LaVine went out, and then Vucevic went out. And by the time they came back, it was already too late in the season to make up ground for that. It's very difficult when you're in a tight race at the bottom of the East to be able to make up ground when your best players on the team miss 10 to 12 games.
That's it.
It's very difficult to make up 10 to 12 games.
At the bottom
That's what you're going to use?
I've heard it all.
Man, the East was weak last year.
You can't be logical with an illogical person.
Oh, my God.
You can't be logical with an illogical person.
Man,
This guy is very illogical right now. We were talking about the Pelicans and what they're doing, and he's flipping Lonzo.
What is that?
Like he's not proud of what the Pelicans doing. He got to talk about Lonzo.
No, I'm talking about the Bulls. You making it about
Lonzo. Competing for.
How many wins
here's
did
the
they
thing. Because here's the thing.
You talking about the Bulls and Zach
because here's the thing, though.
The
Bulls team, because the Bulls team before Vucevic got there, I admit my team was basically bottom feeders. They were trash. Vucevic came there, they started winning games. They were able to compete for the play-in game because they had a late start. Then they basically, LaVine and Vucevic went out and they weren't able to play together. Therefore, it limited us to be able to get into the play-in spot and compete for the playoffs. That's what happened.
Listen, let me tell you something, man. I don't know what's wrong with
things like that happen, man. You couldn't predict COVID
exactly,
last year.
Exactly, right.
You couldn't predict COVID last year. Things happen, man.
One thing you got to understand is this right here. When that season of the Chicago Bulls, which I didn't watch not one game they played last year, Zach was so up. Well, I did watch two games. I think I watched the one with the Pelicans. They blew out. I mean, they blew out the Pelicans. I think Zach had 50 that game, and they blew out the Hornets. Those are two games that I watched, and that Hornet game was crucial because that's the game that the Hornets needed to win to secure their play-in slot, and Chicago put the mitts on them. What I want to say this: once that season was over with, he went immediately to recruit who? To make his team better.
Lonzo.
Sky, calling Sky, Earth calling Sky. Houston, we have a problem.
What you said?
Houston, we have a problem.
What?
When that season was over with Zach LaVine, he was very frustrated, right?
Yeah.
Soon as the offseason came in for both teams, who did he want to go recruit? That's what I'm asking you.
He went and got some players.
No, who did he want to go recruit? Since you're trying to deflect, you trying to say Murguy trying to duck. You duck it.
I'm not trying to duck.
Well, give me a name.
He went. Let him answer Murguy. And recruited Lonzo Ball.
He don't want to say that. Let him say it.
He went and recruited Lonzo Anderson Ball.
Listen, Murguy, let Sky say that. Because Sky always accused everybody of ducking and dodging questions. And he's an arch nemesis of dodging questions.
I told you he don't have no impact on that team. It's showing.
Who did he go recruit? Sky?
Yeah, plenty of
who go recruit?
Zach.
He went recruited Zach. I mean,
he didn't recruit himself. He's on the team already, knucklehead.
Man, he got his real shit. He got his contract off being friends.
Who did Zach go recruit? That's all I want to know.
Sorry, he don't have the stats. He got his contract off friendship.
Listen, if you guys really try to debate with Sky,
I just said he went got
it's a no-winner,
man. Why he the only one who went got him? Where they played
allowed to say it proud.
Where they played together? Where they played together at?
They never played together.
Huh? Nowhere.
They never played together.
Was upset when they let go of Zone.
Man,
nowhere. That's the question.
They never played together.
They never played at UCLA. That's how backwards he is.
They never played together. Zach LaVine was already gone from UCLA by the time Lonzo got there. Matter of fact,
y'all gonna understand Sky who really don't know what he's talking about.
Yo,
so you sitting up here telling me, hold on.
What's up?
So you sitting up here
Sky didn't even know what year Zion was drafted.
Check this out.
Yo, Sky, 1 second, bro. I just want to ask a question. Would the Bulls without DeMar DeRozan be better than the Hornets?
Nope.
Oh, shout out to Flight with the timing. Hey, yeah, there you go.
You said, do I think they'll still be better than the Hornets?
Yeah.
Without DeMar?
Yep.
Yes. Because, and the reason why I say that is because if you look at every position on the actual Bulls, they're still better positionally besides point guard with Lonzo and LaMelo.
You believe that?
You for real?
That's what I'm trying to tell them. Like,
they're still because Vucevic is better than Mason Plumlee. Zach LaVine is basically better than everybody on the Hornets.
Wait, hold on. Vucevic shits.
But Vucevic is a better. But
Vucevic is shits, dog.
You can call, but you can call Vucevic that, but he's still better than Mason Plumlee. Have you seen Mason Plumlee play this season?
I don't like the Bulls like that, but I can tell you this: every game that they beat, they lost to a competitor. It was basically his fault. But the thing is, but that's not the point. But that's not the point, Scholar. The point is the point. But Scholar, now you're skipping over the question. The point is Vucevic better than Mason Plumlee? Yes, he is far better than Mason Plumlee. Mason Plumlee has been.
Is Mason Plumlee a better defender?
Yup.
You can't even say that.
A better rim runner?
Not really.
You can't even say that. You can't.
I'm just asking. Is he a better rim runner?
Rico.
He's not. You can't say that.
He can't catch lobs.
Barely.
Is he?
Barely can catch.
That's the thing. They're both horrible.
I give Plumlee that.
Like Mason Plumlee is literally that bad. Like they better off. They're better off giving the young player. What's his name? Richards, basically. Richards or somebody. They better off starting PJ Washington at center than Mason Plumlee.
Check this out. And what all you got to do to Vooch to kill him? Throw lives. That's what everybody been doing him.
Yeah, you put him in pick and roll. That's his weakness.
And throw lives.
But every player has a weakness.
Nah, but his shit is
man, that's what I'm saying.
But here's the thing is though.
JaVale McGee had a double off the bench.
Hold on,
man. Dex, let's be honest, bro. We be on here, dog.
Hold on.
How many games he shot them out of two?
Hold on. Go ahead.
How many games Vooch done shot them people out of this year?
He shot us out a couple games. I'm transparent. He has done that.
Every one of them. Every one of their all-stars shot about a game.
But the thing is, though, I want to talk about defense.
DeRozan shot him out. So, you know.
No, but I'm saying
defense real quick with Vucevic. Now, here's the thing: is Vucevic the best defender? Is the best defender at center? Absolutely not. He's terrible at defense. I admit that. But he looks worse when you pair him up, basically doing a pick and roll with DeMar, because DeMar doesn't play any defense. But when you pair him up with pick and roll with Caruso and with Lonzo, it's a lot better because Lonzo and Caruso are better defenders. They fight over the screen better, and they help Vucevic out a lot more because they communicate.
That's not true because Lonzo
and
played
they block shots.
That's not true because Lonzo played. Look, I'm about to tell you.
Double the center in the paint.
He plays a lot better. He plays a lot better. He plays a lot better on defense.
Vucevic doesn't do anything.
You know how I know he capping? You can't forget.
I'm not capping nothing.
Vucevic has done. He literally gets let JaVale McGee get inside position.
He's not great on defense. I admit that.
We about to make it worse on him.
I admit that. No, we can use a backup center that's better on defense. I admit that.
Remember when Lonzo played against the
Nets? He's a lot better.
Remember when Lonzo Ball played against the Nets and that old man, Dex, what that old man name is, was killing him?
The old man was killing Lonzo Ball?
No, it was killing Vooch. We ain't on Lonzo.
Vooch. You talking about
DeAndre Jordan?
You remember when? No, that was the Heat.
Aldridge.
That was the Heat. No, that was the Heat. That boy.
That was Deadman. We talking about Deadman.
Man, that dude ain't have a game like that since, man.
Sure haven't. He had his career high. There's a couple of them at their career high. A couple of backup centers at their career high.
On him.
I know, on him, yeah. But we know that about Vooch. That part we know about Vooch.
No, that's
now Vooch has his games where he's dominant too now. But it just don't show up against, competition.
That's the only thing. Games, so here's the thing. Vooch will sometimes have some games where he's good offensively. He has his games where he's bad offensively. I admit that. He has his games where he's decent on defense, and he has his damn games where he should be on the bench. You know, sometimes you just don't know. But he's a better player than Mason Plumlee is.
I agree. Who's what about power forward for power forward?
Say that again.
Currently, right now, we don't
power forward between the
power
Bulls
forward
and the
for power
Hornets.
forward. Currently, right now, we don't have anybody that's better than Miles Bridges at power forward right now. Patrick Williams is not better than Miles Bridges right now.
All right, what about small forward for small forward?
Gordon Hayward against who? DeRozan?
I don't even know.
DeRozan got to be the small forward, right?
That's if DeRozan is off the team.
Oh, it's off the team. Oh, my bad. The small forward would be
I mean, can you count?
So Derrick Jones Jr.
Gordon Hayward.
I mean, can you count Gordon Hayward? Gordon Hayward hasn't. But I mean, can you count Gordon Hayward?
They win it 3-2. Y'all only got a better shooting guard and a better center, bro.
But that shooting guard is that good though, man.
Yeah, and
that's
that
point.
Point guard
the shooting
is
guard.
That point guard is definitely that good too.
But that shooting guard is better than that point guard.
That's pretty good, Rico.
I don't think Zach LaVine is better than LaMelo Ball.
I think he is.
I don't think he is, bro. I'll keep it a buck.
I mean, look what he did to him last year. He basically single-handedly beat him with a bottom feeder team last year by himself.
Man,
and I
Zach,
guarantee he can do it again.
They ain't even compatible, man. Zach got more experience than that man and everything, man. Zach better than him, bro. You got to call a speed right now.
Right now, Zach is better.
Right now, yeah.
Right now, yeah. But when you compare the age of
So
where
you
they
saying if
originally
Melo
were
play
at,
at his best and Zach LaVine play at his best, Zach LaVine will be a better player?
Yes.
Okay. So, but that's still kind of Hornets still kind of got the edge though.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I try to get at them too, because at the end of the day,
you talking about Vucevic is better than Mason Plumlee, but they're both terrible. So all you really got is
Vuce is not terrible. That's a misnomer. That's a bad moniker that you're putting on Vuce. He's not terrible. It's just that Vuce sometimes, like Lonzo, is very inconsistent.
He don't have no athleticism. That's what
it
is.
To me, he's terrible.
He's
terrible defensively all the time, and then he has 50% offense.
He can't be terrible.
I disagree with that, Rico, because he has some good games defensively.
All right.
I'm not just trying to say he's the best on defense, no, but he has some defensive games where he showed up.
Man, he
need starting centers. I'll say he's probably bottom 10.
Him, man. He need an athletic big man to bang with him, man.
Fuck, like he out here getting played by backups.
Yeah. Every you ain't
the
lying.
Entire all the bigs on the Pistons.
I can't deny that. I can't deny that and say he didn't get outplayed that night.
All
I can't deny that he didn't get outplayed on that. He did. He got outplayed that night.
He got outplayed.
But I'm gonna roll with my Bulls though.
Hey, I roll with my Lakers. I can still call Westbrook trash, bro.
Man, Westbrook.
I don't think Westbrook trash. He just. I don't think Westbrook's trash. I just think that he doesn't fit.
He don't fit.
Man, no, that he doesn't fit. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's just the excuse all the Lakers fans. They got to put it on somebody. That whole team trash. You got Dinosaur Body, Andre Jordan. You see that boy when he be running up the court?
I said that before the season. I said the Nets ain't playing because he was too old. Why would we pick him up?
See, this is the problem. This is the problem with the Lakers.
That was dumb as hell.
This is the problem with the Lakers right here.
They move Russ, they're gonna have the
anytime you have Russell Westbrook on your team, you have to pair him with a shooting guard that can play defense because he's not going to do that.
Facts.
You have to find somebody to pick up his slack. That's like what a lot of guards, for example, that's why it didn't work with CJ McCollum. Because you have to pair great guards like that with somebody that's going to do the dirty work that they're not going to do.
But that's the excuse, though, because none of them play defense. That's their problem. Scoring never was their problem. It's defense. Y'all saying it just like it's Russ. Nah, it ain't just Russ. Carmelo don't play D. LeBron don't play D. AD just start back playing D.
He ain't been healthy all year.
Care about his 38-8. That's it.
Huh?
All LeBron care about is his 38-8.
None of them play D, so you can't throw that on them.
I mean, I'll be honest with you, none of them play defense besides Anthony Davis. So
yeah,
and the thing with Anthony Davis, his biggest thing is that he needs guards that are going to play defense to help him out.
Right. They're
And
getting
he doesn't
blowed
have
by,
that.
and he got to
And he
get
doesn't
blocked.
have that because that's why I say that. That's what everybody was getting on me about this. But the thing is though is that a lot of folks getting on me about the whole John Wall thing. The thing is that John Wall is not. I don't think John Wall is a better player, but he's a better fit for the Lakers.
Man, ain't nothing could fit them people right now, man. Them
Yeah,
people
he's
got to pull that
consistently
together,
better.
dog. That team just horrible. You
So
got to
because
understand.
that's been my thing right there. John Wall is just a better fit.
Man,
Folks can come
I
out
agree
and
with
say that
Murguy.
Westbrook's better.
John Wall would
He's a
give
better-
you a consistent 14, 5, and 5.
Man, them
And
people
that's all I
supposed
really need from a point guard, bro.
Man,
he'll
them
probably
people
give you
supposed to
more
have
assists than
29
that.
losses right
Yeah.
now,
He would
man.
give you more. He would give you more assists than that, and he would give you defense.
Man, the
Like
Knicks,
everybody. And see, here's the thing too. Everybody getting on John Wall Thompson. He ain't known for defense. This man was a second team all defensive player in his career. I don't want to hear that. The man can play defense, man. He was known for a great point of attack defense.
I'm lying.
And he can still run. He can still run. He may not have the same bounce to get off the floor, but he can still run. He can still run and get out in transition, man.
You don't think the Knicks beat themselves last game?
What happened?
You don't think the Knicks beat themselves the last game?
And I saw Reggie Jackson
horrible,
dancing
dog.
up the
The
court.
Lakers horrible. The Knicks beat it. The Knicks had that game. They beat themselves.
We just lost to the Clippers.
But the thing is, too, Skylar, it's the Knicks, man. They always beat themselves, man.
No, the point I'm saying is that's how horrible the Lakers is.
Man,
if the Knicks had any
Murguy,
kind of decent coaching, they got a loss right there too.
Murguy, we just lost to the Clippers.
Oh yeah, that's bad, man. That's bad, man. Did
no
LeBron
Kawhi,
play?
no
Did
Paul
LeBron
George,
play?
nothing.
Man,
Did
the
LeBron
Lakers
play?
The Lakers got a 5-game schedule that's gonna predict their future, man. They got to play the Golden State twice, the Clippers. Who else they got now? They got the Clippers.
I mean, they can probably beat the Clippers, but Golden State, that's
Phoenix.
2 L's right there.
Who?
Phoenix, that's an L.
Man, they got that little scratch. They ain't beating the Clippers.
Yeah, we just lost to them.
That's what I'm saying.
Damn.
2 times, not 1, 2 times. 2 times.
Yo, Murguy, this schedule is actually it's crazy. Like you look at the schedule and it's just like, yo, like damn, we gonna lose again? All right, another L, cool.
Man, I told y'all, man. Them people lucky if they make the play-in.
Look at this, yeah.
They had the easiest schedule to start off. All their games on the road too, mostly at the back end.
You got Milwaukee, Golden State, Utah, Clippers, Pelicans, Dallas, Clippers,
told you.
Golden State
twice.
Yep, Golden State,
Told you.
Phoenix,
the Lakers?
Toronto,
Yeah.
Minnesota,
Yeah,
Toronto.
the Lakers definitely could get up out of there.
Look at this: Cleveland, Philly, the Pelicans, Dallas again, Utah again, the Pelicans again, Denver, Phoenix, Golden State a third time, and then Denver again.
Told you.
That shit is crazy.
Told you. They might be out of there, man. And we got
See,
these
and
picks.
people don't get it. Why I keep on saying they need to make trades, bro. You're
Man,
not
nobody
gonna
don't
you're
want
not gonna
nothing
win
on
like
their
this.
team, man.
Not with
Everybody,
this.
dog, you ever been in a
I
barbershop?
mean, they might as well. I mean, I don't know why they're holding on to THT like he's going to be the
this is
next
what I'm
All-Star or
saying,
something.
man.
They need to go ahead and let that go, man.
Y'all ever been in the barbershop and they got the old barber and only his clients come, he probably getting 1 client to everybody else 5 or 6? That's how the Lakers is right now. They the old man in the barbershop, man. Ain't nobody want nothing over there, man. Nobody don't want nothing over there. Everybody getting younger, man. Ain't nobody trying to take no Russell Westbrook $140 million contract. Nah, at the age he is, nah.
They stuck with that.
Yeah, they stuck with that. They stuck with everything they got over there. What they need to be trying to do is get some draft picks, get off some of them like Carmelo, they ain't gonna get them, but probably a 2nd round at the best. But they gonna have to take whatever young talent that they have over there. That's what they got to do because they don't have no draft picks, and they got one in 2027, and they trying to juice them out that one.
We got Austin Reeves as our future franchise player right now.
Yo, wait a second. Ben Simmons to the Nets.
I know you lying.
Hold on.
Yo, don't say that.
Bro, for real?
Hold on.
Man, we
What the hell
breaking
is
Yo,
news
you
going
on
on?
lying.
Flight Sports, man.
You lying.
Hold on. Well, I hope this is a fake tweet that I just got. Breaking. James Harden to the Sixers.
What they took? What
What?
they said?
Bro,
What
No
they
way.
said they got?
I'm gonna say that's fake. No way. I don't believe that.
To Twitter?
Is that
I'll
a
check
lie?
right now.
Is that a lie? No, that's a lie. That's got to be a lie. What the hell?
And we gonna prove some more. You heard me? Y'all know we got that Lakers pick too. So
I
if
know.
anybody,
Y'all got all our picks.
yeah,
I know
if
that.
anybody
My fault.
if anybody wants something, we
boy,
trying to
Flight,
build our
boy,
team
don't be
up.
doing shit like that.
Yo, my bad. That is a fake tweet. I'm about to say, get the fuck.
I wouldn't be mad if we go get Carmelo right now, coming off the bench. He could get some points. I wouldn't be mad. We give him a second rounder back. You hear me? We gotta take Carmelo. We just gotta make sure we put him out there with a defender though.
You gonna play with Herb
Yeah,
Jones
that's
all
a
the
fake tweet.
time.
My fault, y'all. That's my. See, I was looking at. I got to get off this Twitter shit, man.
Man, you got to get on Woj, man. Woj,
I
you
got
gotta follow
Woj,
Woj, man.
I just seen it. I seen it Twitter. It was some funny shit. I got faked out. My fault.
Yeah, Woj, if Woj don't say it ain't real, man.
I was about to say, what the hell is going on today?
I wouldn't be surprised if they flip them other two dudes we got from the Blazers and get somebody else. I wouldn't be surprised.
Who?
The Pelicans.
Sadaransky and
No, who we got from the Blazers?
Oh, nah. I think y'all should keep Norman. Wait,
Nah,
no.
we might flip one of them. We could flip one of them with Temple. You hear me? We
Let
don't
me
got to
see.
keep both of them. Flip one with Temple. You hear me? Get Temple out of here, man. We don't need no two veteran leaders. CJ gonna be that.
I'm with you with that.
Do that and give them a pick. You hear me? Give them one of the picks. You hear me? They'll take it.
Yeah, I'm trying to see
Temple?
who y'all got.
Man, that's why I'm
Man,
saying
y'all can buy out Temple, man.
I know, but
You don't need. I mean, because you're not really gonna get enough. I mean, because you're talking about trading them. I mean,
man, what
y'all
I'm
technically
saying
gave
is,
up. Y'all technically gave up your biggest trade asset. So, I mean, y'all might as well go there and just buy him out.
We got
Oh,
picks,
you talking
man.
about Larry Nance and Tony Snell? Nah, I'll keep them.
No, I'm not saying it's bad if we don't keep them. What I'm saying is, don't be surprised if they flip one of them. though. That's all I'm saying. If they could get a better
Tony
player.
Snell, yeah.
I'm saying
but
if they get a better player, man. If they got another better
but Larry
player,
Nance, I don't know, man. That's a good solid pick.
man,
You know, to
listen what I'm
keep
saying,
on the
man.
bench, man.
Man, we give a pick away. You hear me? If it's gonna get us somebody, decent, we all right, man. And get off on Temple contract. But Temple going to the back of the line anyway on the bench. We don't have to play him as much.
I think you got your 6 man in Devontae Graham. You got CJ. Yep. BI. You got Valanciunas. Who's your power forward and who's your shooting guard?
Man, it don't matter who.
Obviously, Zion a power forward for right now.
Nah,
but he's not playing.
We've been using Herb Jones, man.
At the 4?
I think Brandon Ingram playing power forward.
Nah, we've been using Herb Jones, man. We've been using Herb
No,
and
but
B.I.
here's the thing is though, it's like
we
this.
were
It's
starting hard
basically
at the 2.
Brandon
We were
Ingram
starting hard
is
at the 2.
technically the power forward in the lineup, but it's just the fact that they just slide Howard Jones at the 2, but Howard Jones just pick up the slack on that defensively while Brandon Ingram guards somebody else. That's all they do. It's like we talked about before, Rico, when you were trying to explain to certain folks and they couldn't get it with the switching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The cross matchups. I got you.
Yeah, that's what they do. That's what they do with Herb, since Herb the best defender.
Yeah. Because you could technically say they run BI at point, right?
Yeah, I mean they basically run BI at every position, man.
Yeah.
BI back hurt. You know, he been carrying
That's all they
all
really
season.
need now. They just need defense.
We got defense. We never lacked defense.
Nah,
No, y'all
I'm
needed
not talking
more.
about that. I'm talking
Y'all
about
needed
like
more
y'all.
defense down low. Y'all get that from Larry Nance Jr.
Man, we needed shooting,
Yeah.
man. We was hard with shooting, man. We needed shooting.
But y'all get that from CJ.
Yeah, that's why we went and got CJ. That's what we was lacking.
You get the shooting right there, but also you needed more defense, which comes from Larry Nance. He's a good defender.
Yeah, he a shot blocker.
Yeah.
And Tony Snell too. He's a perimeter
Tony
defender.
Tony Snell known for defense. He's a better rotational piece, in my opinion, than Temple.
Oh yeah, Temple. Oh
and,
man,
and he's a better shooter than Temple.
Man, I told Flight and them, man, that boy, man, they finessed us with that. Hell yeah, man. Him and Santaransky was trash, man. Street ass, man. Both of them.
Yeah, I got off of them though, right?
Yeah, you put one of them. You put both of them together, they don't even get you 12 points, man. And that's just asking for 3 shots apiece from both of them.
Yeah, man, both of them bad, man. Yeah, I'll say the only thing worth having out of that damn deal was that damn second round pick.
What?
Out of that deal, that sign and trade with Lonzo.
Man, that's what the Blazers. Yeah, the pick.
Yeah, I say the only thing the Pelicans got worth out of that deal was that second round pick.
Yeah, but I think we got Herb Jones with that pick.
I think so. Real? I think
yeah, we got Herb Jones.
Was that pick for this year?
Crazy.
Yeah.
So, damn. All right.
If that pick was Herb Jones, then that was a good one then. But
well,
no,
and then they used one of the players to flip him for CJ.
Did he already draft Herb Jones?
Yeah, we drafted him.
Yeah, but I mean, didn't y'all already had drafted Herb Jones before that?
I'm trying to figure it out.
Hold on, let me see.
That was somebody pick. That was somebody.
I'm gonna look it up, Scott. I'm gonna look it up.
I think that was the Lakers pick. That was somebody pick.
Yeah, I think it was the Lakers. I think it was the Lakers pick. Second round
it was
pick.
One hour pick. It was somebody pick.
Because I think
it wasn't our
let me
pick.
See.
He went 35 in the second round.
Herb. That was a Lakers pick because the draft happened July 29th, and the signing trade with Lonzo happened August 8th. So that pick came afterwards.
So we sitting on a Bulls pick?
Yeah, y'all sitting on a second round pick from us.
Yeah, we sitting on buku picks. We still got Lakers picks, and we got the Bucks pick. That trade.
Because I got that pick from
Wait, so they
Drew
traded? They
trade.
Pretty much traded Lonzo for Herbert Jones and a piece that was used to get CJ McCollum.
Nah, they didn't. They didn't select that pick with Lonzo. That's a pick for that. That's a pick for this year's draft.
Okay. So
that pick, that second round pick came from the Lakers. That was from the Anthony Davis trade.
That's what I'm saying. That was the Lonzo Ball trade.
Well, then.
Yeah, so they traded Lonzo Ball for.
I thought you were
they
talking
pretty
about
much
the
traded
signing trade.
Lonzo Ball for Herbert Jones and a piece that was used to get CJ McCollum. That's crazy. Like that's a you can't complain. That's a good ass flip.
I mean, David Griffin finally being a damn GM now.
Yeah, you see, you put it into perspective like that. You're like, all right, cool. That's a good ass flip. You really can't complain on that.
Yeah, I mean, he's finally being a GM. He finally got some gonads, balls, and want to be a GM. Because obviously, you know what the heck he was doing down there.
Mm-hmm.
So he finally want to be a GM now. So I give him credit. You know, that was a good flip in getting CJ McCollum, man. You know, and also getting rid of what's his name? Alexander, whatever his name is. You know, shoot you out the game, Walker.
Yo, here's how you put it, Merga. He pretty much traded Lonzo Ball and Nikhil Alexander Walker for Herbert Jones and C.J. McCollum.
Pretty much.
And that you could see, and you could decide how good a trade that is.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's a great trade, man. I mean, that's a great trade, man. And I think, you know, they got a decent team, man. I mean, especially coming next year, depending on how things shake up in the offseason. But how I'm seeing is you got, you know, CJ at the 1, Herb at the 2, Brandon at the 3, Zion, then Valanciunas, and then you had Larry Nance come on off the bench, and then you have Devontae Graham come off the bench. So you got your your 6-man guard rotation with your your 3 guard rotation, and you got your 3 big man rotation and forward. Well, your 4 technically. They need somebody else there, but they can probably find a rotational piece there in the offseason. But I mean, you got that right there, man. That's a good team rolling into next season.
I think they need one more perimeter defender. Because right now, like they're gonna have stretches where they have CJ and Devontae Graham on the court at the same time. That's not gonna work.
I mean, I think they need another. They probably gonna have to pick up like another wing defender,
Yeah,
like another
yeah, that's
3D
what I mean. Like
wing.
someone about like 6'6", 6'7", something like that.
Yeah. They're gonna need. They're definitely gonna need that, and preferably that can shoot the 3. So if they can find that, they'll be all right. They'll be straight.
Yeah, you
But
think
it's
they're
really going to depend on. I mean, I think what takes them to the next level is dependent on how Zion comes in the season next year. Like I still think
you don't got no faith in today?
I still think even without Zion, they have a chance to make the playoffs. But I think that it's just not going to be a high seeding. But when you add Zion, they have a chance to really basically take things to the next level. Because Valanciunas ain't no slouch, man. Valanciunas is a good player. And Valanciunas is going to work well with Zion more because Valanciunas can literally play from the perimeter. So it makes it a lot easier for Zion to get down in the paint and do work. And it's not going to be as clogged as when he's playing with Steven Adams.
You're right about that.
So, and then on top of it as well, their coach, he's a better fit for them offensively to get things going. And he's more about pushing the pace. So that works out well in Zion's favor because that's his game. His game is getting out in space and running in transition. And you do that with him, that's going to be a fun team to watch. And you got 2 players on the perimeter that can get down and bookie and create their own shot naturally. And then you got a low post presence with Zion.
I think Zion's like the best pick and roll threat that they could have. Even if you want to use him in a short roll action, you could use him with Jackson Hayes at the 5, because you already know Zion's not going to be that great defensively himself.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So even if you want to use him as like a pick and roll, and like a Draymond Green type role, a Bam Adebayo, that could work too.
Yeah,
like he's still going to have some playmaking responsibilities, but I'm hoping they run it more through BI.
Right. Facts.
We'll see. I think Willie Green will probably figure that part out. Who was going to be better at running the offense through?
How good is Willie Green?
I mean, we technically really don't know because this is his first year, and I mean, he was just dealt with a bad hand, man. So, you really don't know we really won't know until next season when he has a clean slate and a full roster to see, what he can do. That's like with the whole Chauncey Billups situation. I'm not really going to judge his coaching until he gets a full roster and really can do something, because they just and I don't like how they do black coaches like that, because they just throw them in bad situations. That's like the coach for the Houston Rockets. So we'll just have to know by next season what they can do when they got a full clean slate. They got some players there that he can work with. Like you got a CJ McCollum, who ain't no slouch. He's a 20-point scorer in this league. Brandon Ingram, who's now coming up to being one of the best small forwards in this game now. And then you got Zion, who's a phenom at his position and is very talented. and we're going to see what he can be able to do with them offensively, because that's a very potent offense right there. But he got to see how to make it work, because CJ liked the balls in his hand, and Brandon Ingram definitely liked the balls in his hand. Zion's the only one that technically really doesn't need the ball in his hand to be effective. So we have to see how that's going to work between CJ and
Shout out
Brandon
Ali
Ingram.
King.
And if CJ is going to become more of a traditional type point guard, or is Brandon Ingram going to take over those responsibilities? So we have to see how that's going to work out between both of them two.
Yeah, I think
because we
CJ
technically
is
never
actually
seen
more of a point
because we
guard.
technically have we ever really
He is a
seen
point guard.
CJ play take on that kind of responsibility of being a point guard like that? He's
But
mainly been a two.
I think that's his
Right.
natural position.
I mean, it is, but we really haven't seen him do it. So there's going to be something to be able to see him take on a new challenge and being able to run an offense. I mean, it's going to be a totally different role. He's really going to be the leader of this team. Like he's going to
I don't
be
think
like
so.
what David Griffin was looking for in the offseason in a Kyle Lowry or a Chris Paul. He's going to be that.
I think what they're doing with CJ is like bringing Kyle Lowry to Jimmy Butler. That's what they're doing. Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's still Brandon Ingram. Like that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like Brandon Ingram is the point forward for the team. He's the best
Yes.
scorer, so they're gonna run
And
majority of things
playmaker
through
too.
him.
He does that playmaker as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's a point forward. So
I
they're
agree
not
with
gonna
it. I agree.
they're
I
not
just
gonna
want to
move
see
him
how it's
off
going to
ball just
play
because
out
you
with
got
them, though.
a better passing point guard now.
Yeah, BI out there moving the basketball. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's gonna be a good
I
game.
was watching the Pelicans game. They was actually moving the ball. I was like, all right, I see it. And it's not just like high assists. They actually swing the ball sometimes.
And we'll see, man. I love to see. I want to see that team, full roster, man. How they gonna do, man? I mean, it's gonna be a team. I mean, they got a chance this season to be able to turn it around and really, really make a run for the playoffs. I mean, they got a chance. I mean, the West is weak right now, so they got a chance.
Yeah, that's the
Because
thing with the West.
the
A
only thing
lot
in
of
the
it,
West is just top heavy. Everybody else
yeah,
is fighting for a spot.
a lot of the Western Conference teams are injured right now.
Yeah.
So it's easier for like the bottom fringe teams to reach the playoffs this year.
Yeah, and the Pelicans the way they playing right now, or should I say the way Brandon Ingram playing right now, I mean, they got a chance, man.
Shout out Ali Payne. He said CJ, in my opinion, wasn't too much worse than Dame. He just need to stop the podcast and play basketball. He's got a chance to be a number one on the Pelicans. I think BI is a number one, but I think I know where you're going with that. CJ could be a number one on the team. I said that earlier.
Nah, I don't think CJ ever was meant to be a number one. I think he's a number two option on a good team, and number three option on a championship team. Like I always think he's always been that type of player.
Right.
I don't think he's got that. I don't think he's that it factor. Now I think the two players that's going to have to really submit to see who team it really is and whether one's going to have to follow suit is between Zion and Brandon.
Yeah.
That's really going to one of them two going to have to suck it up and play the number two role.
It's a number two role.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, somebody going to have to be Robin, because if you think about it, technically CJ McCollum going to become number three.
He's going to be the veteran
Brandon's
point
better
guard.
than CJ.
That's going to be his
Brandon's
role.
better than CJ. Like everybody, like Brandon's better than CJ, and I mean, and you can argue, like Rico said, you can argue. I would personally take Zion over Brandon, but you can argue that they say that Brandon's better than Zion because of his certain skill set he brings. Like you can't teach 6'8" with that skill set, man.
You got to think the way the NBA, like I keep saying this, the way NBA players now, if you're the best scorer on your team, you're going to be the primary facilitator all the time.
Yeah.
So they're gonna. He's already getting all of those touches. You don't want him to take a backseat to Zion, who can't shoot. He can't open up the offense the way Bi can. He can't even do like he could keep on going, but he's better off ball anyways.
Yeah, and the thing is though is that I think what's going to happen is Zion to me, you got to use Zion like how he was at Duke. Coach K didn't put the balls in here because Coach K had a point guard. He didn't need to. He had Tyus Jones. So only thing Coach K did was run ball screen actions off of him, meaning do a pin down below. The big man does a pin down. Zion comes on a curl loop at the free throw line, and you get him going left. If Zion has a full head of steam going left, I mean the thing is though, and if free throw line is sitting, it's more than enough room for Zion to get up and explode because we know how explosive he is. So
Yeah.
Brandon Ingram's at the top of the key. You do a pin down for Zion, have him curl at the free throw line, give him the ball there, and let him go left. It's an automatic bucket. That's 10 assists already.
With all the spacing around Zion, you could really just put him 1-on-1 with people now.
I mean, pretty much though.
Like
But I would. But the thing is though, I pretty much though I want to always try to keep him moving because if you try to put him 1-on-1 a lot of times, that allows for like double teams and stuff. But I
No,
kind
but
of want
that's
to
what
keep
I'm
him
saying.
moving.
With
I
all
kind
that
of want to keep
shooting,
him
you really
moving.
can't.
You said
Like,
what?
with all that shooting they have, who you really gonna double team off of?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, can
Like,
Herb Jones shoot?
I'd check. I think Scott was talking about him.
I mean, if Herb Jones can shoot, then yeah. But then if they don't, because if Herb Jones can't, then they're going to cheat off of him.
So they're gonna cheat off him. Shout out
Yeah.
Jessica.
Yeah, he's shooting 37% from three.
How many attempts?
He's taking 2.
Not bad. I mean, at least keep
Yeah,
him honest.
Ali Payne said if Bi never
He'll
played, we
probably
would know.
take more next year.
Yep.
Was that
But then
true?
you got Valanciunas too. He a good
Yeah,
shooter.
Valanciunas can shoot too, so that's what I was talking about earlier. So yeah, I mean, he get a lot of one-on-one matchups.
But that's the thing I'm saying. Like, they kind of have to trade their offense for defense one time, like sometimes. Because if you put CJ, Brandon, and Graham on the court with Zion and Valanciunas,
I mean, that's a lot of offense, but they are getting
that's
enough
what I'm
defense.
saying.
But it
Zion could go
depends
crazy.
on. But the thing is though, it depends on what Zion we gonna get next year. Are we getting a Zion that's gonna cut down on some weight and get back to, the 260, 265, 270 like he was at Duke? Or we gonna get the fat Zion that only want to play offense?
I think that's going to be the most interesting thing to see, man.
I mean, because we get the Zion, because they get their Zion as 265, 270 after he done slimmed down.
What you want me to say, Ali? I don't get it.
I mean, that's a dime. I mean, because that's what I'm shocked about. Because when you saw him in college, like, and especially when he was at the 275 range, the man moved his feet so good on the perimeter, it was ridiculous. Now it's just like he just don't want to play defense. I don't know what happened to his lateral quickness. He just disappeared.
I think he's lost, and then the college game is kind of easier to learn. I've seen Zion be confused, bro. Like try to chase somebody. That's the thing though. Like they'll make him move, so he'll try to chase people and just get lost sometimes.
Yeah,
and
that's true.
That's
though.
just more
think,
that you got to learn that. You got to play. You got to play to learn that. He hasn't played enough games to learn that shit.
Yeah, that's true though. That's true. But I think Willie might have a mind because Willie, he's a defensive minded guy anyway. So
yeah.
So man, we'll have to see, man. We'll have to see, man.
Better watch this Philly game. The Suns play the 76ers.
Man, that might be a dub for the Suns.
Yeah.
I mean, shoot, Devin Booker torched my Bulls last night with 38, man. Other night with 38.
Yeah, but what's his name? He had 45 though. DeMar DeRozan. Where's him? He's doing a live stream with Flight. Boy, that man DeMar DeRozan, he takes so many bad shots. He make them though, so you can't complain.
I mean, he shot a good percentage last night.
That's what I'm
That's the
saying.
thing. So, but I mean, he do take bad. He do take God. He do sometimes. He take bad mid range shots.
My issue was I was trying to bring it up is that like, yo, you got 27 shots. Io and Kobe White got seven each. Like, come on, bro. You're not gonna beat the Phoenix Suns like that. You kind of need those guys. You feel me?
Yeah, that's his problem. That's his problem right there, man. I mean, you gotta have points. You gotta get points from other players on the team, man. I mean, I seen that too, man. Javante Green only had like 3-4 shots, but Javante Green was cold, man. He only made like one shot, and then Io was basically non-existent. He only made like one shot.
You know what I'm saying? Remember when D Book scored 70? They was losing by 10 that whole game. I do remember that.
Literally. And plus,
Like,
man, man, D Book wasn't playing with no damn body, man.
nope.
Unfortunately.
He's playing against Boston too.
Yep. Man, put up 70 and lost. That's embarrassing. So, but he can't complain now. He got the best record in the West. Look how far he came.
Yep.
They can't complain about that. Shout out Chaz.
Yeah, man. So all he needed was Chris Paul, huh?
CP3.
Yeah, man. Because and here's the thing is though, man. Everybody can get on Chris as far as not winning the ring, but everywhere he went, he made the playoffs.
That's a fact.
Everywhere he went, he made the play. He may not even get to the finals like he did last year, but he made the playoffs. I mean, he just knows how to win, man. Like, he just knows how to win. You can't teach that.
And he's so easy to acclimate into any offense too.
Yeah, man.
There's never been a struggle period.
Man, his IQ is off the charts, man.
Yeah. Like, you've never heard CP3 is having trouble adjusting to playing with so and so. It never happens.
Never. That man IQ is ridiculous, man. I mean, shit, it should, man. I put his IQ up there with LeBron.
I think it's higher. I ain't even gonna lie.
Possibly is.
Because I think CP3 plays way better off ball, and he has I was bringing this up. He's averaging 10 assists, 2 turnovers.
Averaging what?
10 assists and 2 turnovers, bro.
Yeah.
Like, that's a 1980 stat.
Is he averaging the most assists in the league? Is he averaging the most assists in the league?
I think he is. I think he's leading. I'm gonna check it right now. Because last time I checked, he was.
That's ridiculous, man. I think 10 might be the highest, man. Because I don't think nobody else is averaging that much more assist. I don't think nobody else is averaging more assist than that.
Yeah, you got to think LeBron, Russell Westbrook, James Harden, those 3 are all down this year. You got Jokic, but Jokic and Luka are the only other 2.
I mean, Trae Young, but I don't think Trae Young up there. I think he's down this year.
Yeah. You see, you're saying 10.4.
And that's where I'm waiting for LaMelo to get to.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for LaMelo to get to that high IQ stage where he can just pick apart the game like that. That's the level I'm waiting for him to get to. Once he get to that level, ain't no stopping LaMelo, man.
Yeah, he's averaging 10.4, leading the league. And he's averaging 2.3 turnovers and 1.9 steals. So every turnover he make, he pretty much get it back anyways.
Yep. That's ridiculous, man.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous, man.
Oh my God. So you look at him, he averaged 15, but when you put his points towards the game together, that's a cool, 40 every night.
Literally.
And Chris Paul don't even shoot 3s this year. He only taking 3.
He don't need to. The man live in the lane. I mean, he got all them handles. He don't need to shoot 3. He can go live in the lane, man.
People don't talk about him. He's up there. He's also one of the best mid-range players. He's up there
that's
with
what I'm
DeMar
saying
DeRozan.
He's up there with DeMar and KD. So with mid-range shooting.
That's
So
crazy.
that man is ridiculous, man.
He 36.
That's
Well,
ridiculous,
who's
man.
36?
Chris
Chris
Paul,
Paul.
Yeah, he's still doing it, right?
bro.
He need to
Yeah,
go
I
ahead and get him
remember
a
man.
when he
ring, man.
first came
I think
in,
he need to get a
bro.
ring. He deserves it.
That's
Yeah,
a
man.
fact.
Everybody said he was done when he was with
James
the
Harden.
Thunder. He changed. I
Oh,
mean, Thunder, man. Shit. That man down there, man, cooking down in Phoenix, man.
that's
I
yo.
mean, shoot, they got a chance this year, man. Especially now since they got an actual backup center for Aiden.
Yep.
That was what was killing him in the playoffs. I mean, y'all, everybody can get on. I don't think Aiden played the best, but Aiden couldn't take a break.
They had a JaVale McGee.
Shit, yeah,
Bro,
that
yo,
too.
he had a double off the bench.
That too. I mean, that's going to help Aiden out so much because man, you don't have to sit there and rely on him for everything anymore. You just be like, all right, Aiden, you tired? Put in JaVale, and JaVale
And
gonna do
since
the same
Aiden
thing
can
he
shoot,
doing.
they could play together.
Yeah,
I was watching it. They
man,
moved
because
Aiden
that's
to the
what.
4, and they had JaVale playing the 5.
And you know where they got him, just in case they run into Milwaukee again in the playoffs, in the
Yep.
finals again. They're gonna be ready, man. They're
If
gonna be
Giannis
ready.
want to keep doing that all game, we got two 7-footers.
Yep, try it.
Oh my god! But that's the adjustments they need to make. They trying to win a chip. It's good to see.
Shoot, man.
I
I
wonder how
hope
they're
Chris
gonna
get one,
adjust
man.
to
I hope Chris
Golden
get one,
State.
man. It'd be good for him. It'd be good for Chris to get one. I think if he get one, he probably retire.
Yeah,
He probably
but think
retire.
about who he gonna have to beat to get one.
I mean, he's. I mean, when you think about it, the only real big challenge in the West is the Sun. I mean, it's the Warriors.
Yep,
I mean, when you think about
that's
it,
two
man,
of the
because
greatest
everyone.
point
I
guards
mean,
all time,
it's
bro.
like because the West is top heavy. It's the Warriors, the Suns, and then there's everybody else. Like I don't think the Utah Jazz are any better than last year. Plus, they still haven't figured out the problem on their perimeter defense. Conley is still injured, and on top of it as well, Rudy Gobert is great in the regular season, but when you put him on a perimeter and have him make a decision trying to run to the baseline or stand on the rim, he's done. I
Yeah,
mean, I don't see that. Jokic, even though Jamal Murray is coming back, we still don't know how good he's going to be when he comes back.
yeah.
So that's a question mark. I'm sorry, but the Lakers are at the bottom. Now, I will say this though: the Memphis Grizzlies are playing good right now, but when it comes to the playoffs and you have time to key in on Ja Morant, who is going to step up and help out Ja Morant? That's the question.
You don't think it could be Jaren Jackson Jr.? You heard me?
What you say?
Say, do you think it could be Jaren Jackson Jr.?
What do you mean? What about John Jackson Jr.?
If he could be the second guy to step up when they key
They're gonna have to,
keying on
otherwise.
Ja.
Listen, they're gonna have to, otherwise they're gonna make a move.
Yeah.
So it's like you can't keep going on with this. It's either he can get it done or not, or you gotta move on from John Jackson because you can probably get some.
I mean, Jaren Jackson is cool, but the problem I'm having with Jaren Jackson Jr. is that he's so inconsistent, man. It still is. Like, he hasn't taken the next step. He shows flashes, but he hasn't taken that next step to be like, yeah, I'm the number 2 on his team. And when Ja needs me, I'm gonna be here. He hasn't taken that step yet. And that's the issue, and that's the big concerning part of me about the Memphis Grizzlies. Because Ja's doing everything right now. Like, he can do all this in the regular season, all that kind of stuff like that. That's cool. I get that. But when it gets times in the playoffs, and you and I both know, Rico and Flight, that teams have time to basically to focus in and hone in on all your weaknesses, and they're going to basically get the ball out of Ja Morant's hands and be like, you make a play, you make a play, you make a play. And the question is that will Jaren Jackson Jr. step up and be that second option that the Memphis Grizzlies need to take them to the next level? And that's the biggest question. If not, then you got to use Jaren Jackson Jr. as a trading
Shout out
piece to
Uncle
go get
Vern.
somebody and go
All
get
right,
somebody, to be able to replace that and be a number two to Ja. Because it seems like Jaren Jackson Jr. is very inconsistent. And like, personally, I don't see why they pay. I don't see why they paid him all that money. He really hasn't done anything. He's been injured the whole time.
Who, Dan Jackson?
So I just don't know. I mean, that's my biggest worry about the Memphis. I mean, because Ja's all world.
Okay,
he should definitely be in the MVP conversation. It's just that I don't know if they have enough to get basically past some of the top teams and basically get past the Warriors or the Suns.
I mean, they consistently give the Warriors problems. What I will say is that even without Ja, I think they went 10-2.
Yeah, I mean they play defense though.
Even without him, they're still a great team.
That's their biggest calling card. They play defense.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I'll be very honest with you. The Memphis Grizzlies remind me, they're very similar to that 2001 76ers team with Iverson, where it was just Iverson and everybody else played defense.
Yeah.
And they have one. The only difference is that on this team, they got a few players that are a lot better than a lot of players in that team offensively, because you kind of need that in this pace and space league. But I mean, they're still a very similar team. Defense, rebound, and all of that. And letting Ja Morant do what he does best. Fly around, score, everything. I mean, if you look at them pound for pound, they're basically identical.
Yeah. And Steven Adams had a resurgence over there too.
You said what?
Steven Adams had a resurgence. He's playing way better over there.
Yeah, way better.
Hey, I want to get back to this. And look, I agree with you on all that you said, but you got Jaren Jackson Jr. messed up, man. For real, man. He's just young. He's just coming into the game. You don't dismiss him like that. You don't trade talent like that off, and you don't get rid of that, or you don't replace. You can't replace that to a certain extent.
I mean,
how you talk about replacing him?
But Vern, here's the thing is though, Vern, players like him get replaced all the time. It's the NBA. Talent comes in, talent goes out. Talent goes in, talent goes out. Because Vern, allow me to break it down, Vern. Allow me to break. Hold on, Vern. Let me break it down. Allow me to break it down to you, Vern. One for his size, he is not a great rebounder. I'm very disappointed in how he rebounds. The man only averages like 6 rebounds, and he's 7 foot. That is very disappointing. Number two, he's too reliant. Hold on, Vern. Let me break down Jaren Jackson Jr. real quick. Hold on, Vern. He's too reliant on his 3-point shot.
Go
I don't like that. He needs to get down in the paint and get busy. Number 3, he's very inconsistent with his 3-point shot. Number 4, he's not as assertive enough on offense. Number 5, he's very inconsistent with his defense. Yes, he has a shot blocking ability, but he's very inconsistent on that part. So that is my concerns with that. I'm concerned, and I'm also concerned about the biggest thing, his motor. It doesn't seem like he's always engaged all the time. So that is my concerns with Jaren Jackson Jr. is sometimes he's not always engaged. Because if he was, I think the Memphis Grizzlies would be a far better team because Jaren Jackson Jr. has the talent. But you can have all the talent in the world. If you don't have the mind to go with it, then it's just a waste. And the thing is, though, is that the Memphis Grizzlies are all in on Ja Morant. He's the best player on the team. He's basically probably going to go down as the best player to ever play for the Memphis Grizzlies.
Understood.
So, but the thing is, though, is that if you don't put another piece around Ja, you're basically continuing to waste his talent. and the best trading piece they have is
Right, I
Jaren
agree.
Jackson Jr. So if Jaren Jackson Jr. is not giving you what you need, you can flip him and get a better player, in replacement of him. And that's what teams do. If you got a player that has not, it's like basically with Andrew Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins was not performing well in Minnesota, whether it was just the team, the organization, whatever. So they flipped him and got D'Angelo Russell. Now, basically, he is playing better with Golden State. But the reason why he's playing better is because it's less of a responsibility for him, because he has Clay there. He has Draymond there. He has Steph Curry there, to where he doesn't have to deal with the bulk of the responsibility the same way he was dealing with when he was with the Timberwolves. You lessen his role, now he plays better. So some players need that.
Now
and that may be a situation with Jaren Jackson Jr. We won't know until years come. But right now, basically, he's a very inconsistent player.
Because he's okay. Now this. Now here goes to the question. I actually asked a question, and I'll make a statement after that. Look, okay, the question is, would you trade him for Vooch? Would you trade him with the Bulls right now for Vooch, for whatever they want to give you for Vooch? Because if the Bulls
that's an incomparable trade. Because Vern, why would you trade a young player like that for Vooch, who was old? They already have that on the team with Steven Adams.
There you go.
So if they're going to get rid of Jaren Jackson Jr., they need to go after a player that's like, they need to go after a player that's already established and a veteran in the league that you're going to get a consistent 20 points a game for. But you're making a very incomparable trade, because the thing is, though, the Memphis Grizzlies are still in their rebuild mode. So why would they go after Vooch when they already have Steven Adams? That's pointless. Like, that's pointless to do a trade
because
Jaren Jackson
ain't doing the same. Steven Adams ain't. Okay, well, still, even if you keep talking, it still won't make a difference, because it's going to be the next question that Steven Adams ain't doing the same thing that you were saying that Jaren Jackson Jr. ain't doing, because of the fact that he's not consistent on three up there, because that's the only thing you could be upset with him about. Vooch is consistent with that. He ain't consistent with anything. He's consistent with his 3-pointers. You understand me? So that'd be a big difference there. Plus, rebounds and scoring. So that will listen.
But Vern, that's
the same thing you said. Listen, you're not listening. The same thing you said is wrong with Steven Jackson. Vooch fixed those things. But the only thing that won't add out with Vooch and with Steven Jackson is that youth. And that's what Steven Jackson got a lot of. Junior got a lot of. So you can't replace that, my brother. And you can't bat at. You get it? No, you don't get it.
I'll be very transparent with you, Vern. What you just said, what you just specified to me, with the one ear and out the other, because I hear what you're talking about with old Jaren Jackson Jr., that he is very talented. The problem is he hasn't been performing consistently on the basketball court. That's the issue. He has not been performing consistently on the basketball court. That's his issue. I'm not talking about his talent. Jaren Jackson Jr. is very talented. The problem is he is not consistent. And what you do in the NBA is, if you got a player that's just talented but is not consistent, you have to find something to go along with the best player on this team so you can keep competing at the highest level. Vern, sometimes it's great to move on from certain players, because you have to move on in order to get better. And that's the whole point. If Jaren Jackson Jr. is not performing, then sometimes you have to move on from that. Same thing with the Timberwolves. Andrew Wiggins was not performing as a number 1, number 2 option. So they had to move on from him. And guess what? Anthony Edwards stepped up in his place and became that. He became a great number 2 option for Karl Anthony Towns. And sometimes you have to do that. Point blank period, man. And I'm not trying to say he's not talented. He is. But if order for the Memphis Grizzlies to go on to the next level, he's going to have to step up and do it consistently. There's no excuse for him not to average 10 rebounds a game. The man is 7 foot. I'm highly disappointed in how he rebounds. He doesn't want to get on the block. All he wants to do is shoot threes. So he just needs to step up to me and be consistent. And when he does that, I think the Memphis Grizzlies go to the next level. And that's just it.
I think it's a trade waiting to happen.
Agreed, man. Like,
and I'll be honest with you, I say he hasn't been traded yet for that exact reason. Because if he was
Jaren Jackson,
even if he was consistent, they would have probably traded him faster. To be very honest with you, it's just one of those leagues where they probably see his talent, but they don't think he's a true number 2 because he's actually good without Ja.
Yeah, and exactly. So I mean, he's shown flashes, he's shown flashes, but I don't know if you. I mean, that's the thing's problem. He's just inconsistent, man. And what he's doing right now, you could find a player that's doing what he's doing right now. I mean, you can literally find a player that's doing that.
He's John Collins pretty much.
Basically, except the only difference between him and John Collins, I think he shoots a little better from the 3.
Yeah. John Collins might be a little bit more athletic. That's it.
Yeah, I agree with that. Well, I think he is athletic, more athletic. I mean, John Collins can fly, man.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the thing. But that's the thing right there too. So, I mean, that's like the Hawks. The Hawks, I think they're going to have to move on from John Collins.
I mean, they need to attract a second guard.
Definitely going to be scary. B, I got some help, man. Brandon Ingram about to cook up, man. That's a fact.
They played the Rockets tonight. He just had 33 and 12 against the Rockets.
Rico?
Said Brandon Ingram, he's playing the Rockets, and he just had 33 and 12 against them.
I mean, Brandon Ingram cooking, man.
Yeah, people gotta watch. They actually moving, they actually be passing. That 20.
So
that 20-second BI should have played out.
I got a question for you, Rico.
What up?
How do you think Lonzo Ball will have performed with Willie Green as his coach?
I think better. Definitely, he would have been utilized more. But I was explaining this to Dexter. It's like, in order for Brandon Ingram to reach his potential, he needs to run point guard. So that's not beneficial to Lonzo. You understand what I'm saying? Like Brandon Ingram, he's the point forward. Everything runs through him. It's pretty much going to be pairing Lonzo Ball back with DeMar DeRozan, who passes more. That's about it. That's the difference between the two. DeMar DeRozan shoots more than Brandon Ingram. He's better offensively, but BI passes more.
Sure, I actually think BI plays better defense than DeMar too.
Yeah. But that
DeMar don't play no. I mean, DeMar plays defense when he wants to.
DeMar's version of playing defense is scoring on you.
Basically. Basically.
Nah, but it's like he's on that wave right now where he's trying to be a Luka type player. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna give you this 27 and I'm gonna have about 7-8 assists. That's what Brandon Ingram is trying to become right now.
Yeah, Brandon Ingram, man, he's definitely top 5 power. I mean, small forward in this league, though.
Yeah.
like hands
It's
down.
crazy. I think last year I was saying he was top 5 small forward in the West.
And I take he's top 5 in the league, man.
Yeah.
Like he has that next level he needs to go to.
And when
Because
you
he's
name
there,
like
but he needs
when you
that
name
next level he
people, you
needs to
can't
go
name
to.
a lot, right?
You said what?
So when you start naming small forwards, you can't name a lot. I'll be honest.
I mean what? The only three that really are like really better than him is Kawhi, LeBron, and KD. That's it.
Yeah. I mean, then you got to. That's the thing. Then you got to start throwing players like Jimmy Butler out there.
I mean, man, I think he's more of a guard, man. But
Okay, so all right, so then Paul George is a guard too, right? That's
yeah, I
what I was
see him as a
thinking.
guard. I see him as a guard too.
Yeah, that's what I was
Like
thinking. See,
Kawhi
but
Leonard's
he
more
was.
of a
That's why I
forward than
said top
me
5.
because
He's
Kawhi
right
Leonard
outside the
plays more
top
in the
3.
because Kawhi Leonard plays more in the post than Paul George to me is a 2. He's more of a perimeter player.
Yeah.
You know, the same thing, but now if I had to compare the two between both of those two, I think out of George and Paul, out of George and excuse me, I said George and Paul. I said out of out of Jimmy Butler and Paul George, then I would say Jimmy Butler was more of a forward than Paul George.
Okay. But I think those are all the same type of players. They're like point forwards or like you know what I
Yeah,
mean.
so if you had to compare them to, all right, so we had to list all the point forwards, which is like a KD, LeBron, Jimmy Butler, Kawhi, Paul George, then you got basically Brandon Ingram. I personally
DeMar DeRozan.
you said DeMar DeRozan, yeah. I personally think Brandon Ingram is better than Jimmy. Man, I think him and Paul George are basically on the same level, man. Like you can go back and forth between the both of them two, man.
I'm a look at the chat. Dion Reed said Jason Tatum is better than Brandon Ingram. I don't understand how.
I don't think Jason, when it comes to like right now, like I don't think Jason Tatum is better than Brandon Ingram as at that position. No. Like Brandon Ingram is, and the thing is too is that not only is that because technically you can argue and say they're both in the same position, both on basically losing teams right now, and Brandon Ingram is thriving right now, and Jason Tatum, sad to say, has been very inconsistent this season. I mean, you can argue and say he didn't deserve to be an All-Star this year.
I think
He
he's
just
like
got
third in the league in shots.
He just
Or
got in
second.
because he basically, there's not really that many quality forwards out in the East.
Yeah.
That's really playing good. Jeremy Grant is injured. So Bonus hasn't been playing great. So who
Right
else is
now
out
they
there?
have what's the name?
John Collins is very inconsistent.
What's the name that you could say he got a better supporting cast than BI too right now. You got
He
Jaylen Brown,
does.
Marcus Smart.
To be very honest with you, you just got to name Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown better than probably everybody on the Pelicans right now.
Yep.
So, that's playing. We can toss up whatever folks want to talk about Zion, whatever, but Zion's not playing right now. So, as far as current players on that Pelicans, Jaylen Brown is better than everybody on that team besides Brandon Ingram.
Not even close. You could say Brandon Ingram is learning what Jason Tatum needs to learn right now. Because Boston don't got a point guard really. So it's just Jason Tatum out there shot chucking. And Brandon Ingram,
that's what I'm
he could
saying
take
too.
a lot of shots, but he could actually
that's what I'm
assume the
saying to
point guard
Dion.
role too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying to Dion Reed. Said Paul George is a shooting guard. Like he's listed as a shooting guard, but the thing is though that Paul George plays both positions. He technically doesn't have a position. He literally plays 1 through 4 because he's 6'8", 6'8", 6'9", right?
and just can handle the ball, man. He plays literally 1 through 4. So he's that positionless player like a KD, LeBron, Jimmy Butler, DeMar, Kawhi. They're all kind of the same player. It's just that they all just thrive at different skill sets. Like LeBron is more of he's the best slasher out of all of them, and the best playmaker out of all of them. Has the highest IQ. He's not as athletic as he used to be. He used to be the most athletic out of every last one of them.
Yeah.
So then you got KD, who's just a better shooter, Then you got DeMar, who's great at the mid range. Then you have Paul George, who's just like a Swiss Army knife. He's not overly great at everything, but he's good at a lot. Like he's good at dribbling, he's good at playmaking, he's good at everything.
He's an elite shooter. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, he is. So he's like good at everything. Then you have Jason Tatum, who's a good shooter. He's not but the thing with Brandon Ingram and Jason Tatum is this. They're both basically the same player. The only difference is that I will give Jason Tatum the 3 ball, but Brandon Ingram is a better shooter and Brandon Ingram is a better dribbler and a better playmaker than Jason. And he's a better decision maker because Brandon Ingram has more reps at playing point guard than Tatum does.
I'm watching I'm just trying to think of what Brandon Ingram has to do at this point because he's going to continue to play the way he plays.
Well, the thing is, we're Rico. You know what he has to do.
Yeah,
he has to win. That's what changes the narrative. It's like with Devin Booker. Devin Booker was not even thought of as a top shooting guard in the league until he started winning. Now, basically, everyone got him as the top shooting guard in the league right now.
Yep.
Because he's winning. Winning, if you can put up stats all you want to, but if you're not winning with those, no one cares. No one cares, man. Until you win with those stats that you're putting up, then they matter.
Chris Paul is 36 years. I'm sorry, I'm listening, Nico. Chris Paul is 36 years old. He's still putting people on skates. Good Lord.
Literally.
But yeah, now he just crossed someone on Philly.
That's ridiculous, man.
But I think this year, this is what I'm saying. I'm predicting like a real statement game in the play-in. I'm not that high like Sky. I'm not gonna say they're gonna be the 6th seed, but I think they can knock out. Like if the Lakers don't do nothing, if they stand pat, they could lock out the Lakers in a play-in game. I'd be very honest, especially with if it's just one game to win. Like I wouldn't be surprised if Brandon Ingram has like 48 or 46, something like that. Like he's one of those. You don't want to give one of those players that type of opportunity.
So my question to you is for Brandon Ingram, what do you think his next step should be to get to that level of KD? Get to a level of a KD or Kawhi.
In my opinion, what you think? Where you go?
Yeah, that too. He definitely needs to become continue growing as a playmaker, but he needs to take another step defensively. Like he needs to be at least an average defender. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like he's maybe a little below average, but like if you're an average defender, you could get like off ball, get a couple steals here and there. He'd be better. And defensively, you don't always have to be like a lock-up man-on-man defender. As long as you can play passing lanes and shit, pay attention, maybe get a block here and there. You know, you could build around them. He got a long ass wingspan. He could do it though. That's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Dion Reed said rumors Jeremy Grant to the Blazers. He said, Chad said, for those who only value assists, why is Brown only averaging exactly 3 assists? Boston's offense is primarily is not good to watch. It's a lot of just creating your own shots. Pretty
Basically, a
much
lot of
Dennis.
ISO.
Yeah, it's Dennis Schroeder, Jaylen Brown, and Jason Tatum just going 1-on-1 with people.
And that's why they lose.
Yeah.
Because they don't have no flow in their offense because they don't have no one there to run the offense. I'm sorry, but Marcus Smart is not a point guard.
He's not.
He's a 2 guard. He's an undersized 2.
He could be a point guard if you have a point forward.
Yeah.
Like if you have someone take care of the ball, like, and then he could just guard the other team's best, scoring guard. But if you're trying to have him control the offense, he's not it, bro. I'm sorry. It might actually be Al Horford might be like their best passer on the team.
I mean, he got traded, didn't he?
I thought he was back there.
Nah, I thought he got traded again.
Nah,
Didn't the Celtics just have a trade? Didn't the Celtics just have a trade?
Oh no.
Shout out to the chat. Who you got taking this game tonight? The Pelicans, Rockets.
Now he back there. So yeah,
Oh, they
Al
didn't trade
Horford
him?
is the best
They didn't
passer
trade
on
him?
the Celtics right now.
Yeah, he is. They didn't trade him?
Nah, not yet.
Oh, I thought I heard the trade. I thought I heard a trade with him in it. In the I thought the Celtics meant a trade.
I mean, they should. Robert Williams is already a starting center. So I get what you got Al Horford for, but it's time to give that young man some shine already. He ready to take over that spot. Oh man, they traded Peyton Pritchard. Who you got winning tonight? I got the Pelicans. And it might be a blowout too. I'd say about 15 points.
I got the Pelicans winning tonight. It's the Rockets. They're trash.
Damn, Flake.
They're a little further along away in their development than the Pelicans now.
Yeah.
Any other games on?
Philly's playing the Suns right now. The Suns are up 26-20. The Pacers play Atlanta. Boston plays Brooklyn. The Clippers in Memphis. Houston, New Orleans, Detroit, Dallas. New York and Denver. Y'all play tonight, Flight. And I think the Lakers play Milwaukee. And we got what else? We got Minnesota play Sacramento and Orlando play Portland.
Celtics versus Nets. That's gonna be a crazy game. They said Lakers, Milwaukee. There's gonna be some good basketball on today.
Yeah. We're going more towards the deadline, so
Yeah,
teams are about to make a huge switch on who they want. It's gonna be like a nice, good next 3 days. See,
yeah. It's gonna be interesting to see. Uh, Definitely shout out to everybody, man. Don't sleep on Brandon Ingram. Brandon Ingram doing some big things out there. Brandon, I can
Theo
see
said
him going
Giannis is
over
about to
something
drop
nasty
50 on the
tonight.
Lakers.
So in the Eastern Conference, seeds 1 through 6.
I'm trying to stand it. So the Bulls just slipped to the 3rd seed, and actually they tied for 4th with Cleveland right now. And let me see, because Philly right now is 5th. Where they at? 5th is half a game behind. So if they beat Phoenix tonight, they can actually tie for the 3rd seed. And damn, it's gonna be a next crazy 2 months for the Bulls, man. They could really slip all the way out. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, man, my team hurting without Lonzo. Damn,
Yeah, I mean,
Caruso
like
on
y'all,
that, man.
I think y'all could stay ahead of fucking Toronto. Toronto's the 6th seed. I think once KD come back, Brooklyn will be alright. I kind of called Charlotte before the season. I said they wasn't gonna make the playoffs. They in 9th seed right now.
Man, I thought they was at least gonna get me to the 8th seed.
I think I thought there was gonna be like a 500 team, and then I thought Gordon Hayward was gonna get injured, and it was just gonna throw everything straight. So right now they 5 games over 500, and Gordon Hayward just got injured. No, I'm sorry, they're one game above 500, and Gordon Hayward just got injured. I kind of called that shit pretty spot on. That shit crazy. Atlanta's a 10th. Oh shit, damn.
There's a lot of good basketball on today, man. I'm definitely about to check out this Pelicans game at 8 o'clock my time.
That's a fact.
That's why ain't nothing really else really good on tonight. Yes, just everybody trying to watch the Pelicans. Shout out to all y'all that was rocking with the channel today in the chat. Smooth, cool. At the end of the day, man, we're all patiently awaiting the arrival of Lonzo Ball, ZO2. You already know what it is here at Flight Sports. We patiently awaiting his return. At the end of the day, Lonzo return for this playoff stretch is going down. Look out. Look out. Lonzo Ball will pay dividends on his return. Y'all better look out for some drops tonight. It's Flight Sports TV. Y'all better check us out. I'm cooking up something right now. Shout out Basil. He said LeBron's still good, gets great, but number one, in my opinion. Yeah, shout out Chaz. You already know. We're patiently awaiting the return. And it'll be here sooner than you know. You see Lonzo Ball moving and grooving at these basketball games. The recovery is going well. That's what I want y'all to know. So
I don't see it. Yo, Sky. I know Sky out there. I don't see it, bro.
What
He
are you
talking
saying?
about the 6 seed. The
Yeah,
six
I don't
seed
know.
is
We better
8.
stop. He lying to the people.
Yeah, he talking about the 6 seed. Yo, that's an 8-game improvement, Lord. Like, yo,
Murdoch, you
they
see the Pelicans getting to the 6th seed?
hell no.
Uh-huh. I mean, I can I don't see him get to the 6. I see him battling for the play-in.
Right.
You know, depending on how CJ messes and how things play out, because things can play out in their favor with with the teams that's currently, in the 8 through 7 spot, the 8 and 7 spot. So I think things can work out to the favor, so to where they could be battling for a play-in game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think they could.
Because for them basically, for them to do that, to really get to the 6th spot, they're gonna have to go on a really good winning streak.
The 3-point shootout contestants have been named. You got Zach Cat, Trey Young, and some more people. Let me see who the rest. They're the headliners. CJ McCollum, Patty Mills, Luke Kennard, Fred Van Vliet, Desmond Bain from Memphis. That's
Lonzo would have definitely made it this year.
Yeah, I would have liked to see Lonzo in that. I think Lonzo would have been good in that situation. There's no. But they got Zach LaVine. Well, they got Trey Young. Outside of Trey Young, and I don't think it's no snipers. Patty Mel usually you say that, but outside of Trey Young, there's no real snipers in this participation. So I think, like I said, Lonzo would have had a good faring. They got CJ McCollum still like you on the Blazers.
They really got Luke Kennard there, bro. That's crazy.
He can shoot. He inconsistent with his shot. Luke Kennard, you don't know what version of Luke Kennard you're gonna get. Yeah. But it is what it is. But we
Jessica said she's ready to watch the Pelicans play the Heat. That's gonna be a good ass game.
That's not today.
Nah, that's Thursday.
Yeah, that's gonna be the showdown. We're gonna live stream that game. That's if the Bulls and the Hornets are not playing. I think the deck should be clean. But who's in there? Yeah, so we're gonna check some shit out. We about to get up out of here, y'all. We appreciate y'all for checking with us. It was a lot of breaking news today. We got a lot of Lonzo stuff to cover tomorrow, so I appreciate y'all for checking with me, man. We're gonna be right back with the people. Expect incoming drops tonight. Expect drops incoming. It's Flight Sports TV. We love you.
Flight Sports TV, man. That's my dude. I rolls with him.
You heard what the man said. It's Flight Sports TV.
Like I said, Flight Sports TV, that's where it's at.
Flight Sports.